Right, here we go, back again. I'm gonna have to delete that live actually because I can't be bothered even trying to edit it. I tried showing you a good case on Tia Sharp, but YouTube keep cutting it. Strange that that's happening. That really that normally doesn't happen to me. But, anyways, I wonder where MZ's at now. Is she like on her way back, or is she coming, or what's she doing? We've 18 people in chat. Please hit the thumbs up for this one because I will be deleting the last one. I'm not even going to bother trying to. That's bloody frustrating. Yeah, Magpie did the intros. That's another new one. We had to change the music, unfortunately, because the other music was a copy. What you call it? A copy. There's a copy claim on it. Oh, okay. Stephanie, no problem. We were trying to show a documentary. Awesome stream. Thank you, Cool Gamer. Unfortunately, we got hit with that one, but yeah. Let me see. I'm just at the tablet at the moment. I want to delete that last live because I can get into it. There's no point having it. They cut it twice on us. YouTube, stupid. Hi, is Robin Millett in the house? Hi, Robin, honey. Uh, right, we're gonna do maybe an open panel or something. I don't know. There's no point me doing they have to hit me twice on that, so I don't have any copyright claims. I don't have any strikes whatsoever. I'm gonna check, see if I get strikes. I don't believe I did. Monetization off. Okay, should be on. None above. Submit. Yes. Hi, Robin, honey. How are you doing? MG's 30 ways a minute from 30. Yeah, that's fine. What I'm going to do is going to do open panels for anyone who wants to come up. I did try showing you a really cool, well, I won't say cool because that's the wrong word. I was trying to show you something what was going on in the UK, and I don't believe it's anything what I was doing wrong. I just believe YouTube are idiots. You know what I mean? Uh, I love you too, Robin, honey, and I'm glad that you're safe from that hurricane. Uh, where you're at in Florida. So let me check. So yeah, that's kind of a crap. We were we got halfway through the case and then they literally shut it down. So they don't strike you on it; they just shut it. That's all they do. I'm gonna have to get the whole Fair Use Act crap and read it out before I do these kind of live streams. But I never had a problem before with that. Um, and if anyone claims to say that they got to shut down, no, they didn't. YouTube done it. YouTube, I mean, yeah. Everyone's welcome to come up on panel, people. Everyone's welcome to come up. Let me get Gypsy Dave up in a minute. We're gonna have be right back, no problem. Let me have a look at these live. That one should be. You know what? I'm not even gonna put monetization on for that one. Let me hit that one and see can I get rid of it. Oh, no, I need to do it on a computer, not on the tablet. You can hit monetization on it, but yeah, they're gonna make me edit the whole damn thing. I just want to bear people in mind when they do come on panel. I can throw you a link down, Dave. No problem. Yeah, you can come up and say hello to everybody. The Dave from England. He's a proper British accent, guys. Not like mine. Mine is Irish. We'll leave Dave up. Dave's gonna come up when I'm, and he can talk with you guys as well. Whilst I'm trying to get rid of the other thing. There you go, Dave. Jump on the link. Um, Let me go to the dashboard for a minute. I'm on the tablet doing things whilst I'm doing that. Hi, Michelle E, honey. Robin, there's a link just above your head, honey. I dropped the link. Dashboard. Okay, we've Robin Miller up here. Hold on. Leave everyone on panel tonight. We'll drop a few.
Hey, Susan.
How you doing, my love?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
I slept so long today. I'm trying to catch up on my sleep.
Right, you know what? I did the very same damn thing.
Yeah,
I
well, I
know.
was up
You
for
know.
so many. I was up for almost 2 days straight trying to, get through the storm and all that craziness. So, yeah.
Rock was asking, Robin, how was your area from the storm?
My area, well,
Hmm.
see, I don't, where my apartment's situated, I can only see like what's right in front of my front door.
Right.
So I don't know like what's how the town looks or anything. When my aide came
Okay,
today,
Dave, you
like
can turn off the camera.
last night, my aide, when I was texting with her, she said they fared good. But then when I was texting with her last night, she said their electricity went out last night. When she
Wow.
came today, she said it was out for about an hour and a half and then they got it back. But she said everything was good by them. But see, yes, we can drive 30, 40 minutes to get to the Gulf, but it's not like the beach. It's like you would have to get in a boat and drive and ride the boat like maybe 20 minutes and then you get out into the Gulf of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it and so anyone could picture it. I live in like a town where it's all like woods and farms and country. It's not like a beach area. It's not
Right.
like north of me, it's all horse farms. And so it's like down south where they got hit, it's more of the beaches and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to articulate it
Mm-hmm.
and describe it the best that I can. I don't know if chat's
So did
getting what I'm
your
trying to.
electricity or anything like that go out or anything? No.
Excuse me?
Did your electricity or anything like that go
Oh,
out?
yes, my electricity went out.
Oh.
My cell service was dropping
Mm-hmm.
uh, like the day before. It started dropping in and out. And then, so I was losing cell service. And then I lost electricity for like, I don't know, maybe less than around 12 hours. I lost
Well,
electricity.
well,
But it was only 12 hours. Thank goodness.
but
I'm
if you
lucky.
slept through the 12 hours, I mean,
Yeah, that's
you know,
nothing. That's a
yeah.
breeze. 12 hours is a walk in the park compared to
Um,
what these other people are going through.
yeah, that's right, Robin. I just want to introduce you to our new member of our channel. His name is Dave. He lives here in the UK. Say hello to Dave. He's just underneath you there.
I see him. Hi, Dave.
Hi Robin, how you doing? How you doing, Susan? Hi everyone in chat. You all good?
Yeah, we're all good. We're 18 people in chat now, and I had more than that a while ago. They kept cutting my bloody. I was really doing a really good documentary, and they cut it. And you know what? I'm just gonna delete the whole live. That's why I started a new live. So yeah, YouTube is idiot,
YouTube is really picky these days.
right? Um, that was a really interesting live, and everyone was into it. And next minute, boom, straight off it went. So I'm not gonna bother doing that crap. I
I'm
don't know.
sorry, I missed it earlier. I didn't see it. I was busy over there doing, you know, modding and doing you know,
Why someone else is live on as well?
was I?
No, so who else's live is on right now?
Well, I don't want to mention other creators on your channel, love.
Go ahead. I probably know.
Well, you know
Just
who
just an
who.
Ollie.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
say it. I'm not.
That's all right. Justin comes in here all the time.
Oh, I know that. I know that. I'm just being respectful.
No, I understand, honey. So other than that, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
I'm glad. I'm so happy that you. I mean, you made through that Category 4. I think it was. Massive storm what hit United States, and a lot of people in Florida was getting hit really bad, and unfortunately, Robin came out the other end. Her apartment is. It's an apartment you're living in, right?
Yes, yes.
That's fine. There's no problems there, and she slept through the electricity situation, and she had everything ready, plenty of water. She had her cigarettes in, stuff like that.
Yes, I had everything I needed, and I had a
Yeah.
lot of support from everyone from YouTube. I'm so grateful for everyone on YouTube that was supporting me and
Well,
checking
we
on
have your back.
me. And yeah, it was, I feel very, very loved and very fortunate. But I do want
Yeah.
to mention that that hurricane came across the state. Our state isn't that wide, it's only a couple hundred miles across. So that hurricane is so big and massive that it came across the state, jumped into the Atlantic, and now is going back up the East Coast and is affecting Georgia, South Carolina, like Kentucky, Virginia. It's just it's wreaking havoc. It's wreaking havoc on other
Here in
people.
the UK, we're meant to get the bare tail of it, so I can't imagine that's going to be very much. But September said, "We love you, Robin." I just wanted to bring that up on screen there for you to see,
Aw,
because I think that's really sweet of her. And September is such a sweet person; she
yes,
really is.
yes.
Um, where is our beautiful Precious gone? You're back, Zoomer, baby. Yeah. We're gonna have MZ on the panel again in a little bit. She's almost home now. She's gonna be coming up. Um, we have the lovely Dave up here as well, and we got lovely Robin as one. I did try to show you a good documentary, but YouTube clicked stopped me. So what I'm gonna do with that live is just bin that live actually. I'm not even gonna bother editing the whole thing because I couldn't be bothered. I'm just gonna
Well,
bin it.
you actually reminded me when you were showing that. Um, it reminded me of another case that happened here in the UK where I can't remember the guy's name, but he actually went on the Jeremy Kyle show and he was in dispute. He was in
I'm
dispute.
Dave, one
Yeah,
minute. I'm so sorry for interrupting you.
it's all
Precious
right.
has hit the bong and she got lost. She's known for it. It's illegal where they're at, you see. But Precious
She'll be back when
feels
she
like the
after
bong.
she's done hitting the bong.
There she is. Rocco. There's our lovely Precious. I remember I had Precious up on panel one time and she was so stoned off her head. She said, "Am I on panel?" I said, "Yes, Precious." So yeah, we love Precious. Anyway, go on, Dave.
Yeah, no, I was saying, and he was on the Jeremy Kyle show because obviously, dysfunctional people go up there,
Right.
a bit like Jerry Springer
Oh,
for our
yeah.
American guest, yeah. And he was in dispute with his council because he had so many children and he wanted a bigger place. So he devised this evil plan of starting a fire at the house, and he ended up killing a lot of his children.
On our lives.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you remember that him and his because he had two partners and they were
Yes,
all,
I do. Yes, Philpot. Philpot
that's
is.
it, Bill Pop. Yep, that's it.
Mm,
That's the name.
mm.
Yeah.
I might show that one if I can get away with doing it. But
I
Oh
think you
Lord.
got to be careful when you show these because I think a couple of people in your chat come up with a good idea of
I need
maybe
to stop it every 5 minutes to do commentary.
before 5 minutes. So you
Yeah.
could do it sort of like scene by scene, maybe a couple of minutes at a time.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna have to do. I need to get a disclaimer as well. So there is a
Yeah,
disclaimer that you can use these things, but I just don't have the actual disclaimer. I can say we're using this underneath the Fair Use Act, da da da, but I don't know the whole lot. So it would be good for me if I get the disclaimer and have it, and I can show the disclaimer before I even show the actual thing.
yeah. I,
And
I
then
think
do it.
that'd be a good idea if you've done that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to get a disclaimer. Everyone has
But
a disclaimer. I don't. Which,
yeah,
I need to find
no,
one.
you should. Yeah, you should. I mean, going back to what you were talking about with the Hurricane Ian in America, um, it amazes me, and please forgive me or our American cousins, that how many of the buildings are actually timber structure.
Wooden frame, yeah. Mm.
Um, and yeah, I would imagine it's down to cost and time consumption of actually constructing the property, from brick.
Right. Dave, I will tell you one thing. My uncle is a foreman in Ireland, and all the jazz now, believe it or not, is wooden framed houses.
Dave, I'm glad
Yeah,
you
I
brought
know.
that up. I'm glad you brought that up because my apartment was built back in the 80s, and it's block. It's not
Concrete.
it. Yes, it's block
Yeah.
structure. So it's not. The, I know what he's saying. Like the ones they put up today,
Yeah.
like these apartment complexes go up like within 30 days.
That's right. Yeah.
So
That's yeah.
I've been in this apartment for 15 years. I've been through a few hurricanes here, so that's why I was like, no, I'm going to stay right here because I know where I'm safe. And I know
Right.
that
Yeah,
it's a block structure. It's not one of these A-frame wooden structures.
Mm-hmm.
So
And Robin
I'm
did
glad he
have
brought
the
that up.
opportunity to evacuate, but she decided to stay put. And she made the right decision, to be quite honest. But go ahead, Dave, say what you were saying.
no. Just saying. So I probably understand from like the constructors or even the owners of the land and the building that they use the timber construction because it's quicker.
It is a lot quicker. Yeah, they can throw them apartment blocks up within a couple of weeks. Whereas that if you were building like what we live here in the UK, we live in a proper concrete, which takes a very long time, to be honest. Where I'm living right now, I'm living in a proper refurbished area, which is it was crazy. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, the amount of
Uh,
refurbishment they were doing was unbelievable. But they really brought this place up to. They took out all the asbestos. They took out all. We were going through this for ages. We really were. Um, the drilling was driving me nuts, to be honest. But
yeah, I
it
mean
is absolutely
everybody
lovely
knows.
now.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that asbestos is detrimental to all our health, so it's not really a good thing. I mean, where I live, it's concrete construction, concrete and steel.
Hmm.
I had to come in a few years ago and change the windows, and previously they were wooden. And I mean, where I live, this block's like 50 years old, and the windows were, wooden construction, have been there originally from the very beginning. So when they replaced them with the UPVC
Yeah,
windows,
yeah, the weather
they
glass.
dis-
Yeah.
yeah, they discovered that there was a layer of asbestos in sort of like the ceiling area of where the windows were. And I understand that obviously it has fire retardant properties. That's why they used it back then.
Hmm.
Um, but there's other materials that are out there now that are far less dangerous to us that will have fire resistant properties as well. So
Yeah. They're only after finishing the refurbishment of our communal area, and I can tell you that went on for months. They were drilling through one block of apartments because there's a ceiling, and the council wanted to be able to open doors to go through, and they fireproofed everything and the drilling, and even the out. I mean, when I walk out my door now, it's absolutely beautiful. The communal area, and we have electric doors and everything now. You just if you're on a like me, you're on the scooter or whatever, hit the button,
But,
door automatically opens, and there you go.
These are
yeah, I mean,
The intercom systems, and they had concrete steps, but they've covered all that with this kind of weird. It's not lino, but it's that stuff you see, Dave, in the hospitals. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's sort of like got a grippiness to it.
Yeah, yeah. But outside my apartment, they said you're not allowed to have a mat. Well, they put a big long mat across mine, and everyone was saying to me, "Oh, you're the lucky one. You got mat, you got carpet, and I'd have to show it to you. You'd have to see it, but it
Yeah.
looks absolutely
Funny, Robin.
beautiful."
Mine's all one level here. My apartment is just a one level. There's only 24 apartments in this complex. It's very small. Like I said, I don't live in a real big town.
No, I don't. Yeah,
It,
well,
it's
you
very
know,
small. It's one level, but don't get me wrong, the windows are not the best. They could be replaced. Trust me. The windows need to be replaced. Did I worry about my roof? Uh-huh. But for the most part, the structure itself, I wasn't concerned about.
right,
Do the walls? Of course, there's what do you call it?
Like dry
Dry
lined walls.
drywall. The walls, but the
Yeah, plasterboard.
between the apartment next to me, the apartment, I'm the last apartment, so there's nobody on the other side of me, but there's somebody on the other side of me on the next one, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's that concrete wall between me and that person over there, but then on the other side, there's no one. So, anyways, I know that there's that concrete wall there. But anyway, so yeah, there's some things that could be updated, of course, but it's listen, I'm grateful that I have what I have. I could have a lot less in this life, but I'm grateful, like
Maybe.
I'm grateful
Yeah.
for what I have.
Yeah, I think with different types of construction, there's pros and cons with anything. Like, for example, most people think that concrete is, sort of, how should we say, got a complete shelf life of forever, but it hasn't, and it's prone to problems with the weather and erosion. It also suffers with what they call blowouts. So concrete will get blown, and you actually see the rebars
mm,
and stuff like that. But it's the same with timber. I mean, unless it's properly treated and it's been, constructed right from the start, and it's got all the necessary treatment and stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it could last a long time, but with hurricane season and in a particular area of America, that what was it, Tornado Alley or whatever they call it, where you suffer with these sort of problems. I believe that all buildings should be made of block construction.
yeah, they'd have
Well,
more chance of withstanding. Um,
also here in Florida, we have a lot of sinkholes
Yeah, I know, because
because
you're built on sand, and that's the problem.
because we're surrounded by water. You have to look at, like, we do a lot of drilling, so then we suck up all the water, and then that leaves all these crevices under the ground underneath us, which then leaves like the holes. So I don't know if you've ever seen a sinkhole, Dave or
Yeah.
Susan. It just, you have no warning, and when it opens up, like, it will consume people, houses, and
Oh,
just
everything.
it's everything. You're
Yeah.
gone. There's
Well, it's
no
like where
warning
I
for
live.
that either.
Well, it's like where I live, Robin. I live right by the River Thames in London, and historically, this area that I live in was all marshland once upon a time. So it's pretty much reclaimed land. So they, again, like you were mentioning there with the drainage and stuff, is pretty much the same thing as here. I live in a high rise, so you would think,
oh, you're
well,
on a high rise. How
yeah,
far
yeah.
is you up, Dave?
Sorry,
How many floors are you up?
I'm all the way at the top, 20
Oh, really?
floors.
Wow.
Oh wow, you got a great view
Well,
then.
you must have yeah. That's what I was thinking. You must have a great view.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good view of London. To be fair, I mean, if I was to take the tablet to the window now and show you guys, it's night time, but yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
lights
hi
on.
Dave. Stick it on and leave us have a look.
All
It's
right,
really nice and the when it's when it's
well,
lit up.
I'll give it a go. I don't
You
know
try your
much,
best.
but I'll give it a go.
It's a better view than I have. I just show you the parking lot in front of my apartment complex.
Mm. But yeah, I seen Robin's outside. Robin's outside looks
I
lovely.
mean, it's pretty. Don't get me wrong.
Mm.
I am very grateful, but I'm just saying, like, Dave, you got to have a better view, dude.
Yeah, I'll give you a preview. I'll open the window because then that way you won't get the glare.
Right.
There you go. Right,
Don't
camera's
fall
on.
out.
Wow. There we go. Look, the River
That's
Thames.
beautiful.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really make out what the landmarks are at night time, but obviously during the day you can. But if you can see that circular one in the distance, that's the London Eye.
Okay, London Eye. Right. I can see that.
Yeah, the big
Okay.
wheel. And if I just pan round that way, you can see the Shard, which is a tall, thin building.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could see
Wait,
that.
I
And then,
can put Dave on big screen. 1 minute, so everyone can see. Let me move you onto solar screen.
yeah,
There you go.
okay. And then, of course, we've got lots of construction going on where the new American embassy is, at Vauxhall, Nine Elms. So I get a pretty good view. I'm pretty much facing east right now, and I can
Right.
see sort of into the city, Big Ben, London Eye, Post Office Tower, the
Where's Big
Red
Ben
Light.
from where you're at, Dave?
Sorry,
Where's Big Ben from where you're at?
right. Well, it's literally sort of just east of me, but where London Eye is, I don't know if you can see that on
I
the
can see
cam.
the London Eye. I'm pretty sure I
Right.
can
Well,
see
where
that.
London Eye is, if I just pan a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
Big Ben's just to the left of that,
If
but you
anyone
won't.
see my course,
Yeah,
there,
you won't really see it of a night time because
yeah,
obviously
because it
Ben's
doesn't
not lit
light up
up.
as well. But that there, I don't know if people can see me circling that with my thing. That's the London Eye right there, I do believe.
Yeah, that is the blue in the blue.
Over here,
Yeah.
right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
know London
yeah,
pretty
so
well.
if I look beyond the London Eye, where you got all those skyscrapers, as our American cousins call them, that's pretty much like the financial hub.
On this side here,
Like Canary Wharf, yeah, sort of,
right.
yeah.
Mm.
And
No,
then
we
if I
don't
go
hear this.
around a bit more, you see the Shard, and then you've got the construction where the
Right.
American embassy is. So yeah, it's a
Over here,
pretty high up view.
there's the London Eye right there.
Yeah, you have a really beautiful view, Dave.
He has a fabulous view,
Yeah, he
actually.
does. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's pretty cool.
I'll take off big screen now, Dave.
Yeah,
All right,
beautiful view.
thanks.
Wow.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
That
That's all right.
Dave, if you don't mind me asking, how many floors you up on your high rise?
20 floors up.
Oh, all right, you 20 up. You got there's lifts and all that there, right?
Sorry.
You got the elevators.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's not bad. He's actually at the opposite side of the river where I used to live.
yeah. I'm on the south side. I'm on the
Right.
south. So like I've got Battersea Park, which is sort of a 5 minute walk from me. The river's 5 minute walk from me. Battersea Dogs Home's about 20 minutes.
Wow.
And Battersea Power Station as well. Normally those chimneys are lit up, but for some reason I don't know why they weren't lit up tonight. But normally they're lit.
My parents used to live in the 23rd floor of a high rise. They lived. I love the view. Yeah, but the only thing I would say about that is we all know about, well, not everyone knows. our Americans don't know about the Grenfell Tower situation.
Oh yeah,
They put cladding on the building to make it look really pretty, and it did look pretty, but it wasn't fireproof, and it just lit up like a box of matches, and there was a great loss of life in that building. So that's the only thing I would say there. And I do believe that was done in West London. Dave, would I be right saying that?
yep, correct. It was West
Mhm.
London, yeah. But in comparison to America, our high rises are nothing to the Americans.
No, not at all. I mean, no, not at all, really.
Well, I mean, like, are they handicap accessible? Are they not? What do you mean they're not compare? I don't understand
Well,
that.
what I mean, Robin, is in regards to the size of the building. So, for example, I live in a high rise which is 20 floors, but you've got apartment blocks that if you go to the major cities that just go on forever and ever.
No, yeah, 101. I mean, I think the Grenfell Tower was it 120 floors or 101 floors or something like that?
No, no, the Grenfell Tower wasn't any bigger than probably where I am. To be fair, it's roughly about a similar sort of size. It had maybe you're getting your numbers mixed up. There was probably over 100 apartments in there.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't, to me, like, like, I don't care if it's 150 floors. Like, to me, like, the number to me doesn't matter. To me, like, quality does is quality is more important to me over quantity.
Of
If
Right.
course.
you understand, like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like, oh, it's so big. No, I would rather have, like, I don't know, just simplicity sometimes is more important
Yeah.
Yeah, I
than,
see where you're coming
than
from.
fancy, snobby, whatever. Like, I don't know. I just sometimes it's not that important to be
Well, it's
so.
funny. It's, it's funny you say that, Robin, because there's lots of major construction going on around me, and I live in social housing. I don't know if it's the same for you guys over there, but um, there's all this major construction going on with big private apartment blocks, and people are paying thousands for the same view that
Mm,
I get.
exactly. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah. Um. Whereas where I live, I'm on the total ground floor, and I think it would be probably what I have would be more than I would get in London by footage and the size.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
because London is all about, they will put you in the most. I don't know, Dave, what size apartment you're in right now. I don't know if it's a one bedroom or.
It's a one bedroom. It's probably a standard size one bedroom, really, for London. To be fair, there are smaller.
Right. Whereas that I feel that here in Devon, you get a lot bigger, even though mine is a one bedroom as well. Mine is possibly bigger than Dave's. And it's not about comparison who's bigger than what. I'm just
No, I
saying,
know.
you know, um, the
Yeah,
price of London.
that's the difference between living in a big city and living in a small place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like, I live in a two-bedroom, one bath, living room, dining room, kitchen. You know, yes, it goes like according to my income, what I make, so
Right.
on and so forth. And again, I've been here 15 years. It's nice. I take care of what I have. I'm grateful for what I have. I don't live in like it's a nice complex. Susan, you've seen
I've
it
seen it. It
outside.
is nice.
Anyone on YouTube that's has been seen it when I've shown it outside, they've seen it. Like, so, like, it's just like I said, I would rather have, like, simplicity and be grateful for
Okay,
that I have than
I agree.
fancy. I don't need fancy.
No, I mean it's the same for me. I'm grateful I've got a roof over my head. The place is nice and warm if I need to put the heating on, which I rarely don't. I don't seldom have the heating on. I've got food in the fridge and the cupboards. I've got clothes on my back. I've got my
Dave, have
job.
you gas heating?
I've got gas central heating, yeah, and I've also
I'm
got.
jealous. I
So,
have the brand new Economy 7 heating system in this apartment, which is really cheap, but it's not the same as the Reds.
no, it's
But
not. I don't. I don't believe because a friend of mine's got an apartment or flat, as we call them in the UK, and she has the same as you.
in Economy, I have the brand new Economy 7. They were
Yeah,
only put in about 5 months ago, which are,
yeah,
brand new.
and yours is push button with a digital display.
Yeah, but it's all
Yeah,
I got the man to time him in, and he has them timed in perfectly. But so what I've done is I've knocked off a few of them because if anything, the apartment gets too hot.
yeah. See,
It's just too hot.
I'm not really good with heat. Um, it looks like I'm built for the Mediterranean if you were to see me on cam. But I much prefer the colder climate.
Yeah, but me too. I'm not good with heat either, actually.
I
So
me neither. You know, I'm in Florida, so obviously we use the air conditioning
yeah,
95% of the year. You know, like the heat is something I rarely put on. You know, the air is what I use all the time.
the lights have just gone off now. Or the street lights are just gone off. Um, that will tell you how much of a low crime area I'm living in right now. You know,
Yeah, well,
it's such a time.
unfortunately, where I live, the lights never go off.
Well, yeah, I know London. I trust me.
And it's pretty quiet for the most. To be fair, I mean, now and again you get the odd noise with sirens and stuff, and yeah, I'm right by a major road, so yeah, you get the traffic noise. But it's strange because when you go and visit, friends, family that live in remote areas, and I almost get like a ringing in my ears because it's so quiet.
Right.
Takes
Um.
me takes me a couple of days to adjust to the
Yeah.
surroundings, like with the quietness and everything. But I love it.
I think you would absolutely love Devon. Devon is picture postcard beautiful.
Well, as
I
I've said
can say it.
before, Susan, I've been many times to that part of the UK, to Devon, to Cornwall, even Dorset, and all along the sort of southwest coast. Beautiful.
I would love to come to the UK and just visit everywhere and explore, but I don't know if that's in the cards. But I was going to say, even here, like they take really good care of this apartment complex. Like my refrigerator went out a few weeks ago, and
Mhm.
all I had to do was call the apartment manager, and they came, they checked it out, and I have a brand new refrigerator now,
Yeah.
brand
There you
spanking
go.
new. Like like they take care of, they they keep good care of it, of these places. It's well taken care of. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not fancy schmancy big dollars, but it's taken care of, and
And
that's
the
the
thing is,
important thing.
exactly. And the thing is, Robin, like if you've got good management that are taking care of the building and what goes on within the building, I believe that also rubs off on you and others, that
Hmm.
you in turn. But also, I think also personally, you have your own personal pride, so you're always going to look after it regardless.
Hmm. Exactly. I mean, Robin's apartment has Robin. I know Robin a very long time, and she showed me around her apartment, and it's really nice. And she keeps it really well. She keeps it really clean, and my refrigerator went out one time, and my God, I went away and I bought one of those American fridges now, and I can tell you, for I'm not joking, you saying this, the plastics are still on the bloody thing, even though it's turned on.
Mm.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not lying. I paid a lot of money for it, but one day I filled up the fridge with a lot of meat, this, that, everything else. All the meat was destroyed, and
Oh
I
wow.
said to the men who delivered the new fridge, they said, "Well, actually, we're not going to take your old fridge." I said, "If I give you £20 each, will you take the old fridge?" And they said, "Okay," and I said, "Get rid of it," you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But see, they took my old refrigerator. They even the maintenance man they were kind enough. I was sick in bed. It was when I was sick right around my birthday.
Mhm.
They exchanged. He just took all the stuff and put it all back in the refrigerator for me in the freezer. They did it all. Boom, bang, bing. It was done. Like I didn't have
Yeah.
to do
By the time
anything.
I got my new fridge, all the meat was gone, and I'm not joking. The smell, I'm not good with smells. I said, please get rid of the thing. You know, I don't care what it cost me, just get rid of it and take everything along with that. And that was, I was spraying hair. This was not in this apartment; it was in a different apartment. Um, so we moved down. I moved down to this one. I went from a two to a one basically, and there's not much in the difference in the spaces apart from the kitchen is a tad bit smaller, but I got to pick out the kitchen myself, and I do have an outdoor space where I have the outdoors like tables and I have lights going around the back of my porch, and I'm totally level ground. I am. Um, I'm willing to give it all up though. I really am.
Yeah, I heard that you were moving. Like
Yeah, I want to go
to
to
London.
London. I want
Okay.
to go. Yeah, I
When are you
do.
gonna move?
Um, I'm going to do a swap with this apartment, and whoever gets this one are going to be very lucky people because down as far as the boiler is brand new inside this apartment. And I keep the place immaculately clean. I get my cleaners out to clean it. Um, and they're going to be very. I mean, down as far as coming in my front door, I take off my own shoes even. So they're going to be really lucky people to get this apartment. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, well, my aide comes in. She takes her shoes off. Bought her brand new. I have always have stuff. Anyways, I gave her a brand new pair of slippers
Yeah.
to have to put on when she comes in, and she wears them around in here. And so
She's
yeah, I do the same thing. But when are you moving?
I don't know yet. I need to do a swap more or less. I have a lot of interest with this apartment. Yeah, precious. Um, and it's going to take a little bit of time. I reckon
Oh,
in a
okay.
couple of months. But I really do want to kind of go to London. Because I have reasons to do that.
Yeah, yeah, okay, that's fine. You don't have to go on.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
going to
I
say.
got you. I got you. Yeah, yeah, I got you, Susan. I know.
Um,
I'm thinking about moving too. Did you know?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually got I got an application in the mail today to move to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm trying to get an
Wow,
apartment out there.
that's where Molly is.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yes.
I think that'd be really positive, Robin, for you.
Yes, yes, yes. But it'll be an apartment similar like this type of, you know,
Yeah, I understand.
because
Yeah.
I went online and looked them all up and made a few phone calls. It's a waiting list, but I'll get it, fill it out, send it in, and we'll see what happens. I told her on her live earlier that I got it and the address. And she's like, it's right by the theme park downtown there.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, yes.
It's totally different here. You put your flat up, and I have so many people wanting to come here and take this one. I haven't initiated anything yet. Um, so
Uh, yeah,
because
no, you don't.
really
Yeah,
try
it's
to be
different.
nuts about London. And
Yeah.
David Rabin doesn't have this goddamn problem. But every time I lived down in London, no matter what beautiful apartment I got, they had bloody mice in it.
Oh,
And here,
really?
I have no
I,
mice.
I don't suffer with that problem.
Thank God. You know that because every damn apartment I had down there was rodent and mice, and that they freak me. You know what? I used to be sitting there with a damn pellet gun, shooting the little fuckers. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be cursing them, but on a multi-channel. But I used to be sitting on the countertop shooting the crap, with pellets. Um, so I hope I don't get an apartment or a bungalow in that sense, that kind of way. But because even here, there's not even a bloody little
I,
spider.
I think it depends on where you live.
It's going to be somewhere in Mitcham.
That would freak me out. I would, I would,
No,
I
I
would,
can't
I
stand
would
it.
have to move right away.
No, I can't stand them. I will just sit there with
I
a pellet gun and shoot the little shits.
I wouldn't be able to sleep if I would never sleep. I would never, ever, ever sleep if I knew
Whereas
that.
like here, you don't even have a bloody damn spider in the flat. You know what I mean?
Well, see, the thing is, like, obviously we know rats are full of diseases, but
Mm.
even field mice, as much as they're cute, cuddly little tiny creatures, they
No,
Well,
too carry diseases as well. But unfortunately, there's certain areas of London over time that have been, sort of constructed on that were once the habitat of field mice. Um, but with regards to the rat situation, that's down to the areas and certain people that live in those areas, I'm afraid, because they're not as, how shall we say, hygienic enough when it comes to waste disposal of
mm-hmm.
food.
No.
uh,
I
oh, I
I
just
really don't
thought
want
of
to go
it.
down to
Ugh,
London, and that's what I'm scared of. I don't want to go down to London and face that damn problem because I
Well,
don't have
you,
a hair. I downside
well,
as a
you
little
will.
tiny little spider. I don't have hair.
Well, I'm not going to dissuade you from doing whatever you're going to do, Susan. But you're talking about Mitcham now. Mitcham, once upon a time, that was just all countryside, and I know that you will have a problem with field mice,
Oh God,
even if we don't talk about rats, because you will have rats there as well.
no, no,
See,
no.
anywhere that's got a high concentration of fast food outlets and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, they're
Mission is
always going to
pointless.
be there, right? Also,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere there's waterways, i.e., little streams, canals, you're always going to get large populations of rats there. The same as railway lines, and you've got all that in Mitcham.
Dave, do you want to swap flats with me then?
Sorry.
Do you want to flop? Do you want to swap flats?
Well, as much as I'd love to do a swap with you. I don't think it'd be fair on you to live on the 20th floor.
As long as there's a lift.
Oh, there's two of those. But well, I mean, I don't know your personal situation, but if I had the choice, I think I'd rather be in Devon.
I know Dave wants to come to Devon, and I do speak to Dave offline, by the way, and I'm not going to say anything what we speak about, but he really does like Devon a whole lot, and Devon is a postcard picture, beautiful area. London, well, it does have its flaws, like every other city would do, you know. I do come from Ireland. And I do come from a city in Ireland, so it's kind of hard for me, really
Yeah,
is.
I mean, going from city life to somewhere sort of smaller, like a town or a village, somewhere
Well, what we
rural.
say in Ireland, we call it culture,
Yeah, yeah,
you know. So I mean, there you go. Look, the street lights are gone off. I mean, I can't even stay out my window now because it's so dark out there because it's a pure low crime area.
yeah. I wish I could say the same here. Although, to be fair, where I live, it used to be pretty rough in the 70s and 80s, and you probably have to pay people to live here. But now it's become so gentrified that the prices of property and stuff. If I never lived in social housing, There's no way in the world I could afford to live here.
No, of course not. Because London prices they're jacked up so high, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, even
I did rent
even
out
with,
a house in Mitcham at one point, and it was 1,500.
well, I was going to say, like for where I am in a one bedroom apartment, typically the private rents is somewhere between 12 and £1,500.
Mm. And then that's before they brought in that stupid bedroom tax crap, right?
Yeah,
That was 1,500 for that 3 bedroom house, which was full of rodents. And then I moved out of that one, went into another one just to find more rodents again.
yeah. Well, Mitcham's rife for it anyway. That's all I know because I lived there for a short while. I won't say where on here, but I'll tell you offline.
No, tell me off.
And
I'll call you later
and
after the live stream.
yeah, I lived there for a while. And to be fair, it used to be a nice place because I used to travel through there with my dad when I was like
Mm.
young, and in the 70s and 80s, it was a nice place. But I found that even when I lived there for a short while, that it's gone downhill.
Susan,
Oh,
I do
well,
have a story about a field mice.
go ahead and
So
tell me.
my first husband and I, we well my first husband, my ex-husband and I, we we lived in a mobile home, a single wide trailer. We bought like a 3/4 acres with a single wide trailer on it, and we lived across the street from like this. There was like a pasture with cows in it and stuff. So anyways, so we started hearing something in our kitchen and like our pantry. We'll come to find out it was this crazy little field mice. So we got it, and I forget. It's been so long ago. This was in the 80s. We were able to catch it, and we wrangled it up and took it and put it across. Took it, walked it across the street, and put it back in the path that field over there, with the pasture with the cows. Right. A couple days later, this crazy thing comes back. So we get it, and listen, I was freaked out about this whole experience. As far as I don't remember much, other than I know that I made my ex-husband catch it somehow or another. We caught it, put it in a brown paper bag, and I made him take it to work with him, like drive it down the road. I don't know where he took it, but he took it far, far away, and whatever he did with it, it never came back. But that is my
Wow.
only experience with having a rodent in the house, and that freaked me out so much. I was like, it was just this little tiny, I don't care how little tiny, whatever.
No,
It
the
was
chicks
freaking
with
me
tails,
out.
I call them.
But it was
See,
crazy that we took it across the street and the dumb thing came back.
Damn it.
no, that would happen. The reason why, because it knows where the food source is, and what they also do is they scent their trail,
Yeah.
so they would know where to go along with other members of their family as well. So when they're feeding in your house, what they also do, or your trailer, or wherever you live, what they do is they actually defecate and urinate as well.
So
So
they know where to come back.
Ugh.
Robin, I hope you were charging those little gobshites some rent. This is just a
I don't know,
joke,
but I
right?
made him take that thing. I said, "Look, I forget how I don't know how we figured out to put it in a brown paper bag, and somebody told us or whatever that you have to take it far away because it knows to come back. Like Dave was saying, they know to come back, and that's
They
why
do,
it's like you
yeah. Mm.
take that thing so far, far away from here. I don't ever want to see." Ugh. I was so freaked out.
Yeah, she's right. She's right. I mean, I feel the same way about them. A little shits with tails, I call them. You know,
Yeah, that was
you
just
can imagine me
disgusting.
sitting on the counterboard watching them coming out and just a pelican. Oh my god! I was
see,
like,
I mean,
Uh,
it's unfortunate, but they'll always be around you. And the one thing that sort of startled me was the statistics with a major city. Like for example, in London, you're never more than 6 feet away from a rat, and
Yep,
they
that's
reckon
very true.
for
I
ev-
heard that.
and they reckon for every person that lives in a city, well, in London, for example, there's approximately 6 to 10 rats for every person.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. I know. I've heard them. I've heard
So
Wow.
them.
if you
I'm gonna leave
imagine the
you in mute for a
population,
minute. I'm gonna leave you and Robin talk for a sec because I need to go to the bathroom. If you don't mind.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
no.
fine. Go ahead.
Okay, back in 1 minute.
Okay.
So if you imagine that you've now got a population of just over 9 million in London, that's a lot of rats.
That's a lot. That's crazy. Yeah. But the whole thing, like they know to come back to where that whole thing about that field mice knowing to come back, that's what trips me out the most. Like, what? Like they know to come back? Like that's it. But yeah, what you just said about there's 6 to 10 for every one person. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
see, like I said, because what they do, once they know where a food source is, they will scent their trail. So they know exactly where to go anyway.
They're smart little suckers. That's for
They
sure.
are. They are, but by doing that, not only do they know the trail, but all their other, family members will know that scent and follow that scent, and even others that are outside of the family group will pick up on that scent. And it's almost like, oh, how could I describe it?
Well,
Like if you, yeah,
I
well,
can
yeah, but sorry,
No, I was going to say that was the one and only. So I don't know if everybody else in that his family was dumb or what, but that was the one and only that ever came to
yeah,
our home. So thank goodness, because yeah, I lost sleep over that thing. It was only within a matter of a couple days that this happened. So I was just like, it just yeah. But I can't
you were
imagine living in a
lucky.
city and having to deal with and paying to live in these beautiful places like we were talking about, but to deal with rats.
Yeah,
Right, I'm back. I'm back.
welcome
Who
back.
wants to pay
The
all
other
that
thing,
money to live in these beautiful high rises, but yet to know that there's all these rats to deal with?
well, you know why? I mean, I don't know. You know why you have like a toilet seat and then the toilet lid,
Mm-hmm.
right? Obviously, the toilet seat is for us to sit on, but you know why you have a lid?
To
To
keep
keep
the mice or the rats from coming up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Although I don't have that. Again, once again, I don't have any. Guys, I don't even see a spider in my house. You know, it's so
yeah, but
well.
see, spiders I can live with, right? I don't mind spiders. I mean, if I was in America, that would be a whole different story.
Yeah,
But
right.
here in the UK, we do have poisonous spiders in the UK, and even more so now with the false black widow.
Oh,
yeah, but we have the
did you ever hear
recluse.
the story, Dave, about someone had a python? It was a pet, and they set it loose in Devon, and it was found going down the A5 or the
Yeah, I
A15.
remember. Yeah,
Well, and the thing was gigantic, and the police were even frightened of it. Oh my
yeah.
god!
Well,
Yeah.
the rats use the sewage system anyway as well because horrible thing to say, but they do eat our feces. But they also, when people are throwing food waste down their sinks, that too goes into the sewage system. So, it's another food source for them as well.
Hey Nikita, my love, how are you doing?
Hi, Nikita.
Our little gangster Nikita's in the house.
Yes, she
Um,
is.
we're waiting for MZ to come. MZ is going to come up and panel for the first time ever.
Well, I'm gonna
Uh,
have to get off here soon, but no, here, my biggest thing is frogs. I'm deathly afraid of. I hate frogs. It's my own phobia. I'd rather kill a spider or a cockroach. I know I don't have cockroaches, but I'm just saying here in Florida, like you're gonna find them. That's just a thing. But
Well,
and the flying ones like palmetto bugs, but frogs and lizards, like I have lizards all around outside, but they creep me out. But
they would creep me out because we're not used
frogs
to
are my biggest thing. Like I will. I broke the top. I've told this story many times. I broke the top of my foot one time trying to get away from a frog. It was in my shower. I jumped out of the shower. I hit that linoleum that linoleum floor. I was soapy. That doesn't make a good mixture. And I was like, yeah, if you could just like picture like that it wasn't a good scene. Anyway, so yeah, I broke the top of my foot trying to get away from a frog.
Oh my
That's how
God.
much I hate frogs. But
Wow.
yeah, so like here for me, like that's the biggest thing that I can think of that creeps me out the most.
We're quite
Frogs.
lucky, to be fair, because we don't have a lot of the stuff that you guys have in the
No,
States.
they have like
Thank
these
God.
bloody things what make noise at night. Crickets and they have all that kind of weird crap.
But
Oh, and
we have.
alligators and Oh, yeah, we have alligators galore here in Florida. Like, yes, alligators will just be anywhere in Florida, especially if you're traveling down south, like on the expressway. At any time down south, going across the expressway, you can see like sometimes alligators will just be crossing, like we're talking probably 4 lanes of fast traffic being held up because there's an alligator just do 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 crossing,
Yeah.
like just out of nowhere.
Yeah,
But it's called Alligator Alley down there at some point
right.
anyways. So like we have all kinds of odd stuff here too, and it's just every place has its
Yeah,
you know
you've got a
its
whole bunch of
things.
stuff that will do you a lot of damage, whereas here we have, I believe we have one poisonous snake, which is the adder. We have
Oh,
the
dear,
grass
don't tell
snake.
me that.
Sorry?
Don't tell me that. I live on my own.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, look, if you was to walk, if you was to walk out in fields where it's tall, grassy areas, you might find them there. But apart from that, you'll be fine. They're not going to be, sort of slithering down your road or your high street.
Rocco said, wildlife in Florida, no thanks.
No, definitely
You-
not. How
You're
long
not
have you
going
lived
to
there,
Ireland, we
Robin?
have no snakes in Ireland at all.
I'm a Floridian. I was born here, and then I was born in St. Petersburg, which is a big city. I
Yeah.
was born in the early '60s, but anyway, so I was born in St. Pete, and then in like 1975, we moved to this small town out in the country in the middle of nowhere, on a farm. So talking about culture shock, going from a big city out in the middle of nowhere
Right.
where there's like dirt roads, you can't ride a bicycle, you can't do anything. There's nobody around. Now we had cows, we had pigs, we had chickens, we had horses, we had everything. This whole new lifestyle, and there was a lot to learn out there, that's for sure. And it was, yeah. So I've lived here all my life, and yeah.
I think what would freak me out even more where you are is the crocs and the snakes and the spiders.
Yeah, right. We're not used to them here in the UK at all.
No.
At all. We're not used to them.
But then saying that, I wouldn't even like to go out and have a swim in the sea because you've got the sharks.
Well, they have snakes in the bloody. Oh, no, hell no.
Yeah, I didn't like going canoeing in the river because of the alligators. Like, I don't, I live right near the lake over here. I can walk in less than, if I push my walker and go over to the lake, it's like, it might take me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to walk to the lake. Like, I'm just really close, really, really close to the lake right now. But there's alligators in there. Like, I'm not going to swim in there. I'm not going to do anything I'll ride in a boat, but I'm not going to put my feet in it. You know, like
Rocco.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, no.
Oh my God, look at Rocco's comment.
What Rocco say?
Oh, there you go. Look, I missed you, September. You took forever. Are you nice and high now? God, you guys crack me up. Honestly, it's so funny because we can't do that here in the UK. So when you're saying it, we just find it so funny.
Oh,
Honestly,
we can do that here in Florida. You have to have a medical,
a medical
Oh,
what
marijuana card.
card. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Rocco, you
I have
crack.
mine. I make sure I have mine to stay legit or whatever. But I do it occasionally, whatever.
Go
But
back and look
I
at
mean, again,
my reviews. Of a lot of lives. You have us, um, Precious Chaos up there, and we have her on panel. Okay, and we were talking away, and I said, right, I want to end the live now, and I was like, Precious, and then she answered me after like maybe 5 minutes. Okay, and she said, am I on a live? You've been on a live for over 2 hours.
uh,
It's just funny, guys. It really is.
uh-huh.
I
You
mean,
know that song? There's a song that goes because I got high. I
because of
think it's a
the
song. I
because
don't know.
of
Somebody corrects me
the
because I got high.
I went
I
to the
don't know if it's
shop
a.
because I got high.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
went
yeah.
to the supermarket because I want to get high. We can't do that over here. We're like, no,
well, we can. I mean, it's just because it's against the
it's
law.
against the law. No,
Uh,
I'm not willing to do. No, not me. It's not for me. I mean, no. Even if I got a
uh,
medical marijuana card, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd opt for that at all. I just no.
well, I smoked for a number of years, and I gave it up last year. So, um, yeah,
I don't. I think there's worse things in this world that could be going. You could do like. I think drinking's a lot worse, in my
I
opinion.
agree.
In my
I agree.
opinion.
Well, this is what I say to people over here, Robin. Like, you go out on a Friday and a Saturday night, and people are getting drunk, and it's like the Wild West. I've
Mm,
never ever seen a stoner, right,
Right.
getting into a punch up or anything. I never did.
you know why that is, don't you? Because it can be
Well, you
bothered.
see, here in the States, like people do that and they get in a car and they drive. And so there's so many people that get killed from drinking and driving. You don't
Yeah,
hear about people smoking and getting in a car and driving and having an accident. Or at least
that's
I don't. I don't know.
that's true.
It might happen, but I don't know.
No, that's
I
true. It's true. I mean, the sort of general consensus with the so-called experts in this country is, well, you're impaired and your judgment slows down and blah de
Yeah,
blah de blah.
that's
But
even
it's
with
rubbish.
medical GP medication as well. They will not leave you. I mean, they will not leave. Right now, at this point, I'm not allowed to drive. Not because anything else, but it's the nature of my medication I need to take every day. I'm not allowed to drive because of that, because it will impair my reaction skills and all that stuff. So,
But I
DVA
believe
that I
I
cannot drive.
believe I believe it should be made legal in the UK because, the taxes that the government would get from it, the revenue, and also it will cut out the criminal element as well.
That's very
exactly.
true. I mean, yeah.
Exactly. I think that's what I was another kind of the point I was trying to drive there is that, there are a lot worse things that people could and do, you know, that is to me like the least of society's problems,
I read
you
your
know.
mind, Robert.
Oh no, Dave. Be careful.
Yeah. I mean, I started smoking when I was 15. I mean, I still smoke tobacco, but for 37 years, I smoked weed. And as far as I'm concerned, the only downside I could say at times it probably made me a little lazy. But
Hmm.
apart from that, I found it made me more creative. And, you know, on the whole, I found it to be social.
I think it makes me a much calmer person in life.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for years, I always banged the drum for me that it was like my medicine. I could sleep better at night. Um, I just found that I was more creative with it, and I suppose my level of thinking went a lot deeper. I would sort of, I don't know, you sort of analyze things differently. Maybe I don't know if that's the same for everyone.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying there. Sometimes I could get into these deep philosophical like thoughts and conversations, but I can do
Yeah,
that. You know, I can do that without, but also with partaking in smoking. I can do that too. You know, I do.
yeah,
I do it.
uh, yeah. I mean, do I miss it? Yes and no. Do I crave it? No. If I had everything done that I wanted to do in life, and I was sort of like a self-made guy, and I'm living in the country, and I've got my small holding with my chickens and my goats and stuff like that, and I'm growing my fruit and veg, then and I didn't have to drive ever again, then yeah, I probably would.
Look, Dave wants to move down to Devon because he loves Devon, because Devon is the most beautiful area, and he's in London. And here's the messed up part about all of this conversation is that I feel that I have a need to go to London, which is, in
Well,
one sense, it's exciting, but in another sense, it's terrifying.
yeah.
So maybe you two can help each other find places. He can help
Possibly.
you find a place, and you can help him find a place, Susan.
Well, I think me and Dave behind the scenes are going to work something out.
There you go.
Well,
Help.
I think the solution is, Robin, that maybe Susan moves in here part time, and maybe I move in there part time, and we can have the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go. See,
there you go.
problem solved.
Mm. Because London is for a female is Dave knows, right?
Yeah. I mean, look. I would say this about anywhere. There's pros and cons to wherever you live. I mean, London, yeah, it's like for me, the job and what I do and the money that I earn. Would I get the same job elsewhere? Probably not. The same money, no. Quality of life could be different, could be better. I just find that, yeah, okay, there is loads to do in the city and stuff, but creative wise,
He'd
I
like to
mean,
take a break as well to Devon, I think.
yeah, I mean, look,
You know,
I can't exactly have chickens and goats here, and I can't, grow my fruit and veg here and stuff like that, and I can't construct and build the things that I want to do that's going to not only sustain me but others as well.
ways that you can here in Devon.
Yeah.
So I'll swap Dave's. I mean, I'll go down to Dave's for a bit, and then I'll come back here to Devon, and who knows?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, it was
Dave, get
nice
the air mattress
chatting,
ready.
Susan. I need to jump off,
All right,
and
honey.
Dave, it was really great to meet you and chatting with you.
likewise.
Susan, I love you very much,
I love you too, Robin. You know
and
that.
thank you for letting me come up. And
You're very
Dave,
welcome.
Dave, I did sub to you the other night when I was on
Yeah,
watching
I
on
saw that. I actually got a YouTube thing come up on my email, so
Hmm.
thank you. I haven't got no content anyway, but much appreciated.
Oh no, it's no problem.
He might make
Anyways,
content one day. Who knows?
oh, there you go.
Um,
There you go. All
When I get
right.
my hold in.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
Robin,
Everyone have a
Robin,
great evening. I love you
Robin, just
guys.
before you go, I just want to say quickly, there is an
Okay.
couple of American channels that I watch to do with small holding. One is Jake and Nicole, and the other one is Lumnut Acres.
I don't know if I watched those.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, Lumna Acres is really, really good. It's a young couple. They have a daughter, and they've got quite a big small holding, really. And they, you could see the whole process from start to now, where they've constructed their sort of workshop area, milking area, their actual living area, and everything. It really, really is good.
I do follow this one couple. I do have to say, I started following them because I do watch van life
Yeah,
people.
September, I'm gonna actually call MZ if she's. I'm just gonna give it another few minutes and I will call her. She's meant to come up on panel tonight.
I do
First time.
watch this one van life
Um,
couple. I can't remember their name off the top of my head. Like sometimes things blink out. Sorry. But I
yeah,
do watch this one van life couple. They are from, oh God, I think they are from the UK, but I can't remember where. But they moved, they gave up van life to do tiny house, and it was somewhere in South America that they bought property, 5 acres, I think it was,
yeah.
maybe. And so um, I do follow them now. I can't even remember their names or what their channel's called, but I do follow a lot of people from over in Europe and stuff. And I do have to say, I really enjoy following a lot of these people that I watch. And don't you know, like, I'm on the spot right now and I can't remember anyone's name.
No, that's all right. That's cool. But if you remember Lumna Acres, Lumnah Acres, and American couple, really, really cool.
Okay, I'll have to try and remember. But then again, my brain isn't, all that.
Light up another one, Robin.
Right, I got to mute for 1 minute. I'm just gonna make
All
a phone
right. I
call.
talk to you later, Sue. I love you very much. It was nice meeting you,
She's on her
too.
way. Okay,
Yeah,
All
likewise,
Stephanie.
right, guys.
Robin.
Have a
Talk
great
to
Have
you
a
all.
good
evening.
day.
Bye,
God
Bye.
bless.
love. Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you soon, hon. That's Robin. Just
Yeah,
learned
what a lovely lady.
she's really nice.
Mm,
When me and Robin met, we would be fair to say that we were both of us were a whole hot mess, and she's totally changed, and I've changed. When you become a new YouTuber, you think that you can do everything, but I mean, at the end of the day, you really can't. Um, uh, Stephanie Taylor, I think that's MZ's wife or Mrs. She's on her way. Okay. So we're gonna have MZ up here in a little bit as well. Robin is really doing very well in herself.
mm,
Um, this lady has been through horrendous stuff. That's all I would say that and that. We did do tell all on Robin. It's in my YouTube channel. I'm not really gonna talk about it because it's not fair for Robin. But anyone wants to watch all that back, that's all there. Um,
yeah.
we fell out and I kicked her off panel and this, that, and everything else. But at the end of the day, we forgave each other. It's raining outside, and she's been okay. She's behind a trailer tractor. That's what's keeping her. Okay.
Mhm.
But Robin. Okay, but get back to Robin. Um, but she has totally changed. She really has. She's totally
Yeah.
grown. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I'm after losing half my followers by shutting down the channel and going again. Fortunately, I'm going to delete that last live because I'm not even going to bother. Um, you know, um, I'm not gonna. Normally, I edit stuff, but I'm not gonna edit that one at all. I'm just gonna delete it completely off my YouTube because people will come on and watch that, and boom, the channel goes down, and then it comes up again, and boom, it goes down again. And I thought that would have been a really good thing to keep people going. I do believe there's a lot of channels on right now, so that's probably why our numbers are low. Um, and not to mention the fact that when I came on the second time, we a lot of people didn't come back. So that's fine as well. That's okay.
I knew that was going to happen to you though.
I know, right? It's just YouTube. What can you do? They're not. It's not a copyright strike or anything like that. It's just they're shutting it. That kind of way.
Yeah, and normally while you're streaming via StreamYards, that I believe you get like a yellow triangle warning come up or something.
Mm, no, no. I gotta get the disclaimer. Actually, you can get a disclaimer and you just pop it on before you go ahead and do things. But I don't have the disclaimer, even though we know we were using underneath the Fair Use Act. Everyone's
Yeah,
waiting for it.
I think you need to check the terms of service of YouTube though to make sure.
Yeah, I do believe you can use it under the Fair Use Act. Um, but I need that disclaimer to be quite honest. And even if you use this disclaimer or not, sometimes they can shut you down. UK is, you know, sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. I mean, I covered the whole Queen, um, and I never got shut down once. Not for one bit.
Yeah. Well, what was your source though? Where was you streaming it from?
I did some from Sky News. I didn't get hit with that. Then I stopped using Sky News, and then I used ITV. I didn't get
Yeah.
hit with that. So,
I was going to say if you used the dreaded one, then you would have.
well, I didn't touch CNN because I know better to do that one. I mean, they will just hit you straight away. But it's not. It's not. I don't have any copyright strikes on my channel. But it would be a
Mm.
copyright claim. So what I'm going to do is delete it. To be quite honest,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
not worth even watching because it keeps shutting it down. So any rewatch people will go and look at that and they'll think, "Oh gosh, that's down," you know. So therefore, when I'm finished doing this live stream, I'm going to go in and delete that last one,
Hmm.
and all is good. So we had up to about 30 odd subscribers listening in, uh, and when I we got hit up, and that was good. My numbers keep jumping. It's going from like it's gone up to 17 now. But
Mm.
I know there's a lot of people listening in. I know that.
But I mean, with regards to what you were playing earlier, I mean, there's been so many horrific crimes in this country over the years.
Yeah. And I wanted to show that because I do have a large American audience, and I wanted to show them Susan MZ will be here in 10 minutes. Thank you, Stephanie honey. Thank you so much. That's fine. We'll get MZ up on panel. She never comes on panel. So this is the first for all. And
Hmm.
Dave, you can stay up here with me as well. So that's no
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Um I just want to mention everyone, Dave did a really nice gesture to me today. He ordered me Irish potatoes.
I have.
I gotta mention that one. So that's a big deal to me because I love them.
But there was something else with it that I never told you about.
Oh, okay.
So when that arrives, then you can tell me what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you very
uh,
much.
it's all right. I'm not saying it because of that, and I know you appreciate it. It's just when we were talking about it, and it's like, oh, okay, then. Oh, here we go.
All right, okay. I don't know. Um, when it comes, we will come on and we'll let people know.
Yeah, well, yeah, just call it a surprise, but it's a nice surprise.
He's after all me a nice surprise as well. Then, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah. Um, I just want to mention about last night as well for my viewers. Um, what was done to me, I think, was horrific. How they took my biological mother's picture and made me believe for all but 5 minutes that it was my mother. I don't believe for 1 minute that it was. unless she can prove me wrong. I do know it was probably only 15. And I'm not going to mention what happened to me when I was sleeping at 7 o'clock in the morning, which I think is
No,
unbelievable.
no, no,
I'm not going to go there at all.
no.
I will
Well,
put it this way: it's a waste of.
you're sort of giving hints there straight away, Susan. Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to bother.
No, don't. Tell people privately about that rather than on air.
No, I'm not going to tell them. You let me know when the you. I'm reading Rocco. I read everyone's messages. Um, so let me know when you see a flying pig. Let me know when you see a flying pig.
Yeah, because he's replying to September by
That's a
saying,
that's a female.
"I will go on panel when
Rocco was
pigs
actually a
fly."
female.
Oh,
Rocco's a
sorry, I beg your pardon. Sorry, I don't
female.
know who's in here really, but well, I
Mm.
just knew that Rocco was, a guy.
No,
So
it's
I
just name of the day. I think her dog. A lot of people don't use their real names, and that's fine. I mean, everyone in here right now, I know every single one of them. Oh, thank you, Boomer Soomer baby, for your super chat.
well, Dave's not my real name because we're now into the weekend, and I'm normally known as Davina.
Boomer Soomer baby is after sending me a super chat of
Oh, that's
19.
nice.
Thank you for all you do, Susan. That's so sweet of you, honey. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh,
You're
that's
pretty
sweet.
sweet. Yeah.
Very nice.
Gotta stay positive and strong, people. I will tell you, I'd love to say what goes on behind the scenes, but I can't really. It's not really good. But yeah, I do have a person who is trying to do everything they can to make me upset and interrupt my life in a weird way. Um, I'm going to just say what was done to me last night. I mean, the lowest of the lowest when they do that. Boomer Summer baby, I love you too, honey. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you for your super sticker. I really appreciate that, honey. Thank you so much. Um, we're gonna keep Dave on. Dave is a really cool guy. I've been speaking to him offline, so I can tell you he's really good. He did not want the wrench, but I said, look, I'm going to give you the wrench. You don't need to moderate. I have the best moderators in here, but he's only given a wrench because I don't want anyone, blocking him situation. So
And would you like to share with them my it's up to you.
you will.
My reading of somebody that I've never met.
Um, I think we best leave that one alone. To be quite honest,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
they're not in here tonight to defend themselves or
Oh no, it's not. No, it wasn't an attack. It was merely a description.
right. No, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, and I do. So I'm not going to really address that one tonight, but that will be addressed.
Okay.
Um, trust me, that will be. Irish monk don't keep they don't keep their mouth shut so much. One second. What am I trying to do? Trying to do something, but I can't bloody do it. Okay, one second. Just need to get off the chair for 1 minute. We have the most sweet. I told you, Dave. We have the best people in here,
Yeah, you have got some lovely people in your chat.
and you won't come across a lot of channels like that.
To be fair, yes and no. Um, in my YouTube travels, I've always sort of worked on a percentage. So for me, my YouTube experience, I would say 70% good people, 30% negative.
Right. Um. Then you have people like me who are just like totally sincere, and there was a time where I was going to give up my channel, but I just couldn't do it. Hi, Michelle E. Love. How are you doing, honey?
So, anyone else in your chat from the UK or mainly America?
They're all Americans right now. Michelle E. is from Northern Ireland. We spoke to her last night when we did the shutdown.
Oh,
Um,
right, yeah,
but she's
cool.
saying I can't keep my bloody eyes open. She keeps nodding off. So she
Oh,
must be
God bless her.
tired.
Hope you're well, Michelle.
Yeah. So you do know Michelle E. You do know my beautiful Kim from Colorado. Robin.
Yeah, September came up, didn't it? September, yeah.
September is lovely, yeah. September is really good.
Yeah, no, they all seem to be lovely people. And as I say, I've met some on my travels that are really cool. But like I say, there's quite an element on YouTube that
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
really want to spend any time with.
you're going to get people who are going to do that on different platforms. It's just what it is. What it is. As
I know.
said to you,
Yeah.
but what was done to
I
me was
know. Like I
complete.
say, it's not my first rodeo, and I've been on different platforms apart from, well, I say platform apart from YouTube, and yeah, I know.
Been here all along September, but but I'm like oh, okay, Michelle, Lee, honey, you're probably wrecked tired, sweetie. But you can tune in because we're gonna have for the first time ever MZ coming up on panel, and she never comes on panel at all ever. MZ is a person I would call. You know, she's absolutely fantastic. We
Hmm.
do have plans with a second channel, which we are going to be doing. Of course, I said to MZ, if that gets monetized, I don't want nothing got to do with the financial side of it because I have this channel and that's as far as I can go with. It comes, you may understand this, Dave. You're entitled to so much income, and I can't have two channels with income.
No, I understand.
So I want to do the second monetized channel. When that does happen, I want to give it
Hmm.
over to MZ. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I told her that flat out straight away. I said, no, I can't have another monetized channel, to be quite honest.
yeah. I know. Obviously, with, with benefits and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it does have an impact. So you got to be
Yeah,
careful.
you can't. I gotta stay within the belt, and that's what I'm doing at the
Yeah.
moment. So I'm doing everything above board, not scamming, not doing anything wrong. Um, Funny how my chat was up. There's MZ. How you doing, my love? We were just talking about you, sweetie. I'm gonna drop you a link. You're gonna come up for the first time. MZ never really comes on panel.
Okay.
Um, so she's gonna come up. She's really the best. She's such. I can't. There's not enough words I can say about MC. She's absolutely fantastic. Damn it. Oh, she said give her 2 minutes. Okay, I'll give her 2 minutes. No problem. Of course, I had to stop a live and they restart the live. Um, let's give a shout out to Lonely 15. Where are you tonight? Since you decided to take my mother's icon and cause a lot of heartache. Where are you? You sleeping? Lonely 15. Are you going to come under an alias name? I will say to all my beautiful mods down there, if you see a new person coming in, please check and see if their account was made a day old. If it's a day old, bin them.
Yeah, but see again, that also has a sort of a negative impact with regards to trolls because somebody could come in who could be new and who could be genuine, but obviously you may not
What
want to
we
take that
normally
chance
do,
and
Dave,
upset it.
is we do give 'em a chance. But when we seen this other account attacking you last night, I mean, then I got my mods to check it out and they said, well, that account was only made today, so that was gone.
Yeah, I pretty much picked on it straight away, and I could see what was being
Mm.
done. Almost like trying to plant the seed of doubt into others, and it's like, hang on, well, I don't even know who this person is. I don't even know what channel they're talking about. So that's why I challenged them and said, well, you show me the proof, and we'll go from there. So yeah, unfortunately, you
I
get
just
them
want
on
to
it.
do a disclaimer here, because I've heard it on another channel. Number one, the picture of what was shown on another channel is my biological mother. Okay? I don't know when that picture was taken, but it is her. Number two, Lonely 15 is not my daughter. My daughter looks like what you're looking at in the emoji there right now. She looks more like me. Mm, Lonely 15. Mm. So, for those conspiracies and all that crap, no. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing, honey? Welcome in.
Susan, Susan, can I just give you a little bit of constructive criticism, my love?
Go ahead.
I never tell anybody what they can say and do on their own panel, nor will I tell any of their guests. But remember what I said yesterday about giving oxygen?
Mm-hmm.
Try not to do that.
No, I'm not going to. But
Well,
I just wanted to make that a disclaimer because when I was listening to on a different channel, hell, they were even showing my mother's
yeah, but it's all free advertising. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's like they're living in your head rent free. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
and you also said a lot more as well. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't. I will talk to you offline about that, which I find very damn well hurtful because my father brought me up, and at the end of the day, no, he didn't lay a finger on my mother. My mother didn't want to look after her children. So Brenda, go smoke another cigarette.
How you
Just saying.
doing, Sarah? So is that Sarah J? Have I read that right?
Yeah, she was from another channel, Worldwide Ghost. Um, he would normally come in here a bit, but he don't really come in here anymore. I will point out this one as well. Those who don't come in, who do have wrenches, uh, within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, the wrenches will be taken. So I don't know whose wrenches I took last night. I must have a look on my tablet actually. Um, I'll have a look. Our beautiful MZ is going to come up in a while. She's been driving all day, bless her heart.
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Let me go into YouTube Studios on this channel. Um, okay. Damn it, I hit the wrong thing at the time. Here. YouTube data. I would suggest that more amount, Brenda. Oh, 1 second, MZ. Okay, MZ is coming up for the first time. I'm sure MZ has a lot to say. There you go, Mahan. 1 second. There's a link for MZ. Go into it. What was it? Right, wrenches. And switch accounts because I have 2 accounts. Then my numbers are jumping. My numbers are going up.
That's
No.
a good thing.
Numbers are jumping. My numbers are going up like crazy. We're up by 29 from the last number account we did have,
Mm.
which is good. I mean, it's gone up. Okay.
Upwards and onwards.
Mm-hmm. Just looking at my wrench, people. Right, I'm going to take one there. That's it. Yeah, you're 100% right. I'm not going to. What was done
No,
to me was very cruel.
don't.
Very cruel. It was very wrong. There must be a lot of more channels going on tonight, and which I normally do on a weekend, a Friday, anyways. So I don't care about the numbers.
So is Sierra J a regular of yours?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Okay.
She
I'm
comes from
just getting to,
Worldwide Ghost.
all right. I'm just getting to learn who you.
Oh, okay. Wow, MZ, you look beautiful. You can turn off your camera if you want, hon, or you can leave it on. You can leave it on. Okay, there we go, MZ.
How you doing, MJ?
Outside. Hello.
Pleased to
How you
meet
doing,
you.
hon?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm okay, MZ. You
I'm not
know,
echoing. Wait a minute.
yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
That's better, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I see my chat. Yep.
September said you're beautiful, MZ.
She
Thank you
is.
very much. Susan, you made a little boo-boo. Stephanie's
that?
not my wife.
Oh, was that you're not your wife?
Stephanie's not my wife.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
But she kept coming in telling me when you're
Yeah, we were
behind the
communicating and I
secretary.
asked her to leave messages in your chat. for me.
Right.
I couldn't
Okay.
drive and text.
Sorry about that one.
Yes. No problem.
Great cats, by the way, MZ.
So how was your night? Why did you go off before?
Well, we were doing a crime case, what happened here in the UK, but YouTube shut it down, so I'm gonna go in and delete that one, and I started up this new one, so I tried. I was showing Tia Sharp what happened to her in Croydon. She was the young
Okay.
girl who got
Mhm.
unalived, and we got shut down, so they stopped leaving us stream it. So
Copyright? Did you get a
this,
copyright?
this didn't happen yesterday. This happened a couple of years back in the year 2013, I do believe, and so we got shut down. So I'm going to go in and delete that one because I'm not even going to bother even editing it, to be quite honest. So I made a new live, and what happened was everyone didn't come back, that kind of way.
Oh, we got here. September. Hi, September.
September's there. September says she loves your tattoos.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do. They're cool.
Thank you very much.
Link, please.
A real rant room.
Okay.
Hopi, Hopi.
1 second, Hopi. 1 second. Drop her link.
Yes, she needs a link.
Yeah.
Thank you, September.
So MC, it's lovely to see you up here on panel for the first time ever.
First
I've never
time ever.
Yeah. So you do know we have the second channel, and
Yes.
we can talk about that if you want.
Trying to get comfortable. It was a long drive. Don't know if anybody's here from Jersey, but try going from one end of Jersey to the next.
So-called mama's in the house. This is an open panel night, guys. Everyone's welcome up. Hope I did drop you a link, honey.
Hi, SoCal. Did you drop the link for Hopi?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I dropped the link. I'll drop the link again just in case we can get that one. But there's I did do a few links. So we were doing a really good live and a good documentary on the Tia Sharp case, what happened here in the UK, but YouTube was not allowing us, so I'm just gonna delete that one, to be quite honest. So what I did was I opened up this one, so I said, we can just chat, that kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know me, I like doing the stuff what goes on in the UK, because you do know hi Monica, how are you doing, honey? We do have a big American audience, and I wanted to show actually what happens here, what happens in the UK as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just in America. So twice they shut it down, so I'm just gonna delete it. It's not, they didn't strike me or anything. They just shut it down. So I'm not worried about that. That's Dave up there. MZ, say hello to Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Dave, are
Stephanie,
you there?
helping along the way.
Dave.
I think he's muted.
Sorry, I had to run out into the kitchen. Sorry, guys.
Oh, we were wondering where you were gone. We were just saying,
Oh no, I'm there. Sorry.
I was introducing you to MZ.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, pleased to meet you, MZ.
Pleased to meet you.
Sorry, where my manners.
I did drop you a link, honey. I dropped 2 links. I'm dropping
All right, 2 seconds. My phone's just boiled. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm my Betty Boo. Betty Boo, 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 boo. Betty Boo, 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 boo. I love my Betty Boo.
Betty Boop. Yes, it is me, MZ. I think she was waiting patiently.
Everyone's been waiting for MZ to come up.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Monica.
Monica's in the house. Monica, you can come up if you want.
No, Hopi, come up.
No, Humpy, come up. You're welcome up, Hopi. Come up. Oh, no, Hopi, come up. I dropped your link, sweetie. Betty Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. Can I what? Now she's calling.
She's asking me to, Susan, your MZ, can you WhatsApp
That's
me?
the link in the WhatsApp.
Not showing up for me. Damn it. That's just so strange. I'm after dropping like 2 links already. I don't know how to do that. WhatsApp the links.
Hold on. I'll try.
If she's not, if I can see her, that means she's not blocked.
Yeah, no, I'll try.
I'm gonna drop her another link. Hold on.
Right, sorry, I'm back now.
It's in green, Hopi. There you go.
And as MZ's on cam, I thought I'd join the party.
Go
Nice
ahead.
to see you.
All right, pleased to meet you.
No sense in hiding behind the screen cover.
Well, this is true. I didn't want to give anyone nightmares.
No.
You're not doing no nightmares, Dave. You look good.
Thank you. So are you.
Betty Boo said,
So-
hi, Dave. Everyone's getting used to you now,
Oh.
Dave.
Oh, really? Oh, bless you. Very damn, very boot. Oh,
Why
everyone
would,
needs you.
Hopi not see the bloody links?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
she's been up here before under. Hopi, try switching accounts. Hopi, switch on to your other account. There you go. Switch on to your other account, Hopi.
Yeah, I don't know how to send it on to WhatsApp.
No, tell her switch on to her other, not her rent room account, the other account.
Frank September.
I'm sure she can hear you.
Oh, she's backstage. We have her. There you go.
Sorry.
Hopi.
Do you know what, Susan? You know, do you remember I told you ages ago, because that issue with when I can't see you in my chat? Well,
Yeah.
when I ask you, I can ask you for a link, but when you drop it, it doesn't show up in chat for me. So I had to go out of my account and go into my Rant Room React account to click on the link because it doesn't show it to me. And I'm wondering if it's something between our StreamYards and not our YouTubes, you know?
I've checked StreamYards and you're not blocked there at all.
I don't know how to check StreamYard, so
Okay.
maybe
You know the way
I
you have
need
your
to do that.
computer? You know the way you have your
Huh?
computer, right? It says settings, right? And you go up there.
What,
and choose your
on StreamYard, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, wait, Susan. What, Lila? Oh, sorry, my daughter's here. Do you want to come say hi, Lila? Come here, quick. Sorry, Lila doesn't want to get up. Let me say, I introduced you to my daughter. Hold on.
Hi, Hopi.
Oh, can I just...
Hi,
Hiya.
Susan, I don't know who that is. That's MZ. You know
Hi,
him.
MZ,
You know MZ.
My belly button piercing's doing better. I got like the ointment and stuff, and I got.
And who's the other
penicillin.
person? Oh, Dave's the other person. I don't know who it is. But yeah.
I'm glad it's going.
Yeah. Anyway. How are we? I haven't had the police haven't called me yet. I'm hoping they do because
They will.
I messaged. I know they will. And if they don't, I'll fucking call them, Susan. Like if they don't call me in the week, you give me the details. I'll fucking call them because I messaged MZ about it. I'm like, you know, get her to message me because we've got to get this done once and for all. Because
No,
obviously,
Hopi,
yeah.
I gave them your number. I did try calling you, and I had
No, I
MZ.
know. I'm so sorry. I was resting, but also because some people keep fucking ringing me non-stop, I'm having to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and then I miss important calls because of that. So I'm going to get another number so that people on YouTube have a different number because I need to be able to have a number that can run in the day. But
I can promise you they will ring you.
yeah, but if they don't, Susan, if they're slack and they don't, I'll call them. You know, because. It was, listen, I'm glad they contacted her when I called them, but I still didn't think that they took it seriously enough because I felt like the detective guy was a bit like, oh, we'll just block her. And I said, well, you need to at minimum contact her. And luckily it worked, which is why she doesn't come in my chat. But she'll still talk to me in other chats and say horrible stuff about me. So it's like, once and for all now, she needs fucking gone. And she's fucking nuts. Like, she's disgusting. She's nuts. And I'm with you there. I back you all the fucking way. We need to give them everything, and we need them to take it. We need someone, hopefully your police force, to take it fucking seriously and take everything and get this fucking girl removed from the internet. Her bloody IP or whatever is banned, and her to stay the fuck away. Because the worrying thing is, even if we get her gone from our community, I wouldn't even want to go into another thing. I don't even want to go into someone, even if we hated someone, I wouldn't even want her going to someone we hate.
No.
Like, we need her gone. She's nuts. She shouldn't be on fucking YouTube. She shouldn't be on the internet. And you
You
know
see
when
what
she rang
me
her
last
brother
night,
when
Maureen?
she was on live, with you, and she got advice from her brother. The funny thing is, I had her brother's number and I messaged him. I can't remember when it was, but I messaged him and I'm like, your sister's not right in the head. She's doing this, this, and this. And then he blocked me and I messaged his fucking Facebook and I used another account. And I'm like, look, because apparently he works at a psychiatric hospital as
Right.
security, yeah? And I'm like, your sister, I said, it's all very well saying what Susan did. What you did was wrong. Granted, fine, move on. But her behaviour, there's no excuse for it and it's unstable. And he should be embarrassed if he went in the war and she's using it as an excuse that she came in this community to help him. It's fucking embarrassing. It's disgusting. And if she hasn't got parents about, her brother should be trying to do something, you know, I don't know. It's just vile.
I know, I totally agree with you. She came in last night she took my mother's emoji and she made me believe for all 5 minutes that was my mother I hadn't seen in years. And Dave is for witness on all of this, what went on last night.
Mm-hmm.
We actually shut down the live
Oh,
and we had people on
I didn't. I mean, I'm going to talk to you offline about it. Me, you, and MD will do a call. I felt so ill and drained the other day, and I was asleep when you called, and I saw your text, and that's when I replied. But we'll do a call maybe tomorrow or Sunday, because my daughter's here, maybe Sunday. But I'm not going to say where. But when she rang the police and when she was on your panel, and I've got it recorded, I clipped it. So they thought it was fake. Over here, when you ring the police, it will tell you the police force you're calling and where you live. She did it and she fucked herself because now we know where she lives. And I looked it up and I'm not going to say the name. I don't want people looking into it. I'll tell you offline, Susan.
I have already an idea.
So where your police force, for example, is really big. Yours is too. Yes, Lila. What's that? Is it drink?
No, it's fracture right now. Blessing's on the bed sheet.
Get her off then. Get down, Blessing, you naughty girl. Get down. Throw it off for a sec, Lou. Just give me a sec. Have you checked it? It might be. Listen, I don't even want it. It's probably MZ. It's probably Blessing. I'm not even going to go there. But on my bed. Anyway, so for example, like where Susan lives, it's got two different, sometimes it's a borough or a county that they cover, sometimes they join it. So where Susan is, they've joined it. So even if she rang the police, we wouldn't know where she lives because it's joined counties. In London, it's metropolitan, so it's a big area.
That's right, yeah.
But when she rang and I took the name down, because I kind of knew where she lives anyway, but I didn't know exactly. It gave her location and I looked it up and it's a very small police force. So she fucked herself. The little big cocky bitch ringing them, she fucked herself. She gave her location away, which is just stupid.
That's why I kept putting her on panel to get more criminals.
And I'm glad, and I get what you were doing, and I watched it, but I didn't watch it at the time, but I watched it back because you privated it, I think, for a minute, and then I saw it. I'm glad you did it, and I get why you were doing it. I get why people were trying to get you to get her off, but I got exactly why you were doing it, and you did the right thing, in my opinion. People might have thought you were doing it for attention or to carry on. No, you did the right thing. You got it recorded. You got her doing it. You got her saying everything. Because if you'd have ended it or muted her, you wouldn't have had fuck all. So you did the right thing.
Can I just say something? Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead, Dave.
You've got a bit of feedback, Rant. I don't know if you've got something on in the background.
I haven't. Maybe I'll check. No, I have. Sorry. 2 secs.
I thought so.
Sorry. Hold on. Is that better?
I think so,
Speak
yeah.
again.
It's not. Is it now?
Yeah, that's
No, that's not me now. That's not me. I've got rid of it. It sounds like there's a TV on in the background.
no. It's when you're speaking, Rant, or when anybody's speaking, there's sort of like a bit of feedback.
Oh, fuck. It's my phone. My phone's broken. Someone said this earlier. I went on my phone on panel and they said it sounds like a clicking noise.
Right.
No,
Okay, hold
it's
on.
like it's
It's
picking
a
up.
weird noise.
It's
I can hear it. I know what you're on about. I can fucking hear it. My phone's fucked. I forgot. This happened earlier. Hold on. I'll come back on the laptop. 2 secs. It's hard. I have to log out and go into a different account because it won't let me look at StreamYard otherwise. Okay, let me go it. Hold on. I'm fucking exhausted from all this bullshit. Right. I'm gonna come under my new reaction channel. Oh, if you don't mind, I need people dropping it. Me and my daughter wanna go on it, but I have to have 50 subscribers, is it? Yeah, me and my daughter are doing a reaction channel. Anyway, right, I'm gonna come in. Hold on. Susan, you're gonna have to drop the link again for me.
Right.
Right, I'll drop the link and I'll come back up. Alright, bye. Oh,
all right. Is there any feedback now?
No,
I haven't heard.
no. MZ's good. I'm good. You're good.
Is there anything coming from my end? Because I
No,
can
Jake.
still hear something.
You're clear on my end.
I dropped that damn link. You know what? I kept it there. Hold on.
She's having a problem.
They will call her. The Devon police will call. They will call.
Absolutely.
People said,
She also
why did you keep leaving her back on channel?
She was
Well, now
really-
Hopi gets it. Because there was a reason, because I wanted her to incriminate herself. I wanted her to say what she wanted to say.
Mhm.
Again, there was an incident last night, and MZ, I will tell you offline what was done to me. You know,
I know part of it. Yes, this afternoon you told me part of it with your mother. She needs to be off YouTube. Period.
she needs to go. She really does need to go. And she kept saying to me, I need a bracelet. I said I would give you 2 matching ones because I kept putting her on panel and taking her off panel. There was reasons for that. Anyone who's listening to me, there was goddamn reasons for that. It was not a game. Okay, I hope you back again now. Once again. There you go, Opie.
hey. Yeah, so oh my god, I just heard you when I was just talking then. Yeah, she was like, oh, I need new fucking bracelets.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you know what? Where's the fucking clips? Like, even if it's okay, I'd fucking play the clip. She's fucking nuts. She's fucking nuts.
She came in last night. Now she was my mother. Which
This is what
I
I
did.
mean, and I don't know who it was. I do know who it was. I'm just not going to grab any names here. I just kept seeing in the chat, ask her who she's working with. Ask her who she's working with. I can tell you now, she's probably not going to be fucking working with anyone. There's no point. People keep asking who she's working with. She's a psycho bitch. She's been doing this since the start. She even said that I asked her to research Susan, and I've got the fucking live still on my channel where I'd never seen her before. I'd never heard of her, and I was doing a live, and she came in my channel, came on my panel. She already knew everything about Susan, and I actually had to stop her giving your kids names and saying certain things and being very careful. And she was crying and crying. And then I spoke to her offline about the other stuff that, you know, she wanted to tell me. And then after that, she was bombarding me with all the stuff she found out about. I'm not even going to go, I won't go into details what she found. I'm just going to say she kept going about what she found and sending me it all. And I've even got it now, and it's like stuff after stuff. She even found I don't know who it was. It was someone that wasn't actually a relative. It was a dead person. And when I actually looked into it, I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was someone that's not related to you. Right. She was so set. No, it was, I don't want to say names. So your ex that I spoke to, she thought that she found someone else that was them, but dead. And she sent me the obituary and all this shit. And then I looked into it. I'm like, that's not the same person.
Her name's Sarah Bennett.
No. I'm talking about someone not related to you, but someone you were with. She thought she found that person and he was dead. So she starts finding the dead person's family, trying to go into their family, snooping through their family and trying to contact them. And once I actually looked into it, I'm like, that's not even the person that Susan knows. This is some innocent person you found that's got nothing to do with her. Like, she wouldn't listen. And I'm like, and then when I actually, what? 100%. You should take the pillowcase off and then spit on it. And then it wasn't until I contacted the actual person that, I spoke to with you. And then I'm like, you've got to stop. Like, you can't just find, and the problem is, this is what I want to do with the police as well. If she's correct with the genealogy thing and she has a special pass to finding these things out, that needs to be gone. It really does. If that's true. And I think it might be true, because unless she's just got tricks of the trade, because she doesn't do it as a normal job. And this is when I knew, when I'd speak on the phone, she'd finished her normal job. And she said to me, oh, the one I make money with, because that's not my real job. And it was like, the more I spoke to her, it was like, the more I realized she wasn't even telling the truth. And if you've got something like that, and as sick as she is, like, okay, I get the thing with her coming in your channel for wanting help for her brother, and then being hurt. And it wasn't even by you, as you know. I'm not going to mention names. It wasn't actually Susan that hurt her. It was someone else in the channel. So then she got angry, and then she came over to mine, and that's when she spewed her stuff. I get that. I get if she looked into Susan. I get if she came with that. But then from there, all the stuff in Susan, and then when I had that thing, when I had a PTSD break, and she rang me on the phone, I couldn't get off the phone, and I'm trying to speak, and Harper rang, and I'm just trying to stay calm. When you're really freaking out and you're trying to be calm, they were trying to help, meant to be helping me, and they didn't. And then when I got off the phone to them, I didn't want to speak to them. That's when she went and doxed Justin's kids. And it's like, how did she go so quickly from getting off the phone to me to going into Shorty's to dox Justin's kids? That means she'd already researched him, because he lives in another country. That means she already had it. So why did she already have it? How many people did she already have? How many people had she already researched? And especially like, it's not even someone. I mean, I know we know Justin, but it's not like he's in our inner group,
Yeah.
And it was like,
she's the one that originally told everybody on one of her first times up on panel that she does all the genealogy.
No, I know. She told me. She said it on my channel, but this is what I'm saying. If she came in my channel and she knew the stuff about Susan, I get it. She was angry. She was upset. But then when I stopped talking to her,
she said it herself. She's researched many people.
Have Justin's details and then do all of this. And I'm not a researcher, but I can't imagine Justin was easy to research in his twins. But she must have already had that. She must have already known it. How come she was in his channel? All of these things. Also, she was so angry, and we all supported her, right? Because she'd got in Susan. She wanted help for her brother, arranging for him to come back from war. Well, do you know what I found out? He was already back. He'd been back. He'd been back for ages, and he had a job as a security guard. He had a job as a security guard in a psychiatric hospital. See, I get if he has PTSD, but he can't have been in that bad of a way if he's got a full-time job working as security. So her story just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The
None of
bottom
it
line
does.
to Lovely at this point is no matter what channel Susan goes on, she is going to lurk on that channel to get any information
It's
she
not
can.
even with Susan. It's not even just with Susan. Like, she did it with me, right? Because as soon as, and I didn't listen.
I know she did it with you.
I remember I had that PTSD break. I didn't have my crisis meds, nothing. I'm trying to calm down. I don't want to go to hospital. I'm just trying to stay calm. I knew as soon as I sent that message to her saying, I'm disgusted with you. You shouldn't have doxed Justin's children. I was on the phone to Lynn. I said, I'm telling you, she's gonna come for me now. And I knew it. I shouldn't, when I'm having a breakdown, be thinking this person's going to come for me now, but I had the wherewithal to do it. And I knew it. I fucking knew it. And it's like just been one thing after another. And then it's either me or it's Susan. It's been either one of us, and it's just.
And you worry about it in the community you're in. And Susan at this point has a lot to worry too.
She stopped coming in my channel under her name. But then in other channels, if I go in there, then she would say stuff. But that only started again after Harper returned. And I'm thinking, you're pushing your luck, because I could have rang the police again. But I'm like, I just felt so shitty treated by them before. I'm like, ugh.
And it's like, oh, I hope she just goes away. But it's just got worse and worse. And it's just, I really hope there's some people training in psychology that's fucking watching this shit.
I don't know. I'm not going to discuss Harper.
No, I'm not going to discuss her either.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just talking about with I'm going to call her lonely. She's not lovely, she's lonely. Someone that calls themselves lovely is disgusting. I'm just saying, if I was studying
It's
psychology,
anything but lovely.
I would be fucking watching a ship going, I just don't know. Like, she's beyond me. It makes
The
me
amount
sick.
of time she has docked Susan's address, Susan also has other concerns around her flat where she is, of this woman showing up in nowhere.
They didn't even take it seriously, the police up here. The fact I had to fled violence last year in my flat, and I'm here. She made threats. She said, "You've already been at my house." She was in my backstage. She stayed for 3 hours, threatening me and my dog, saying she's at my house. She'd be hurt my dogs. They didn't take it seriously. I'm like, what if I'm lying in bed and I'm disabled and I can't get out when someone's in? They didn't take it seriously. I'm glad that them just contacting her was enough. But if it was
They took
someone
it
that
seriously with her.
it's like, how are you not taking? And then he calls me back and he goes, and I don't think she made accusations against me. I just think he was just doing it because he didn't want to do the job. And he's like, well, you know, tit for tat, you can say stuff about each other. And I said, but you can say stuff about each other, but hers isn't true. I'm telling you, she's made physical threats to me. She said she's been at my house. Like, how much more do you need? I'm just glad the phone call worked, you know. But now it's like, even though she's not causing any physical threat to me, just seeing her in this fucking shit, it's like, I will do anything I can to help Susan to stop it, because I don't think it just needs gone from Susan and me. She needs gone completely.
Yeah.
We need to do it to a level
That's
where
what we're
she
trying
has
to do.
supervision. She needs assessing. She needs to be off the internet. Because what worries me, even if it's a stranger, even if it's someone we fucking hate, I wouldn't want her to go to anyone else and do it. And that her obsession level it's sickening. It's unmatched. It's like, she's got a child who's, grown up. She's never been married. And the name she gives is wrong. It's actually her partner's name, and she's never been married. So she's actually got the same name as her brother. I'm not going to say names on here. But I know her real name. She got with the guy when she was 13. She's never been married. How can you be with a guy since you're 13, never got married? Because I'd be a bit like, and he can't be about that much, because any sane guy listening to her behavior be like, and also her brother, like, the fact I've had to message him, it makes me think whether it was actually his number I had. But then I messaged his Facebook, which I knew was his. He had an opportunity to go, well, this isn't right. And if you ain't got a backbone, you know, even with your family, Susan, your family even came to you and said, oh, you know, so-and-so's not right. And, you know, she's acting abominably, and it's like, it's beyond me. But something needs doing. It's concerning.
With me, that she told, I have it. People said, why did you keep leaving on panel?
No, I know. And that's why I've stood up for you with that, and I watched it.
What she's saying.
Even
but normally I would be like, Susan, get rid of her. You did the right thing, and that's why I'm saying it. That's why I'm making a point in saying it. You did the right thing.
You don't understand what I was doing. You know,
you got all the fucking evidence. You got her fake calls. You got everything. You did the right thing. Don't doubt yourself. You did the right thing. I would tell you if I thought you acted like an ass. You did the right fucking thing. You did everything right. You stayed calm.
That's right, September. And who knows if that's even her brother.
In the post, so I can hang myself.
No, I know, and I messaged MZ about it. MZ was asleep, but I'm just kind of contemplating into it. Do you know what that is? That's actually against the law, because she's encouraging. Do you remember when I called you, Susan, and I had that the police turn up because someone used my name? Yeah. And I said to you, have you threatened yourself? You said no. And I'm like, so someone used my name on the internet to tell someone to off themselves, and it wasn't me. And I said to the police, the only thing I've been involved with was when I called some help for you. And I even called you instead of, and like me and you were talking, and I'm like, what is this? And I had them there because the Home Office was alerted, which is a big thing. Now, if they can come to my house at midnight, her sitting up, lonely, sitting up saying, I'll send you a rope, that's against the law. And that needs to be, this is why I'll help you with it, Susan. Like, I know I can get overwhelmed with these things. I want to do a phone call with them. I want to make sure they fucking highlight these things and take everything seriously. They need to make a criminal thing of each and everything she's done. You know, maybe now they'll listen to me seriously about what she's done, because they didn't do enough with me. You know,
I had the police here for 3 hours.
Good.
We were
and
going
you know
through
what
all
pisses
this
me off?
time stamping of everything, and they were like literally recording everything on their body cams.
I'm
So
glad. Do you know what annoys me? I'm glad we have our protection laws in the UK. Like in America, you can access records. But for me, I've only had a channel for a few months. I've had to call the police on 2 people now, both from
Can
the
I
UK.
just interrupt?
2
Sorry for
people.
interrupting. Right, I understand you're in the UK, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm saying they've got different laws. So America can access your records and all that shit. You can't do that here.
You can. Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
It's
It's
very
not. I
hard
rang the
here.
police.
Let me explain. Right. Where
All right,
you
I rang the
live.
police, but you carry on. I already rang the police, but it's okay.
No. Well,
It's
all right.
illegal to access someone's records. Someone's records, it's illegal. You can't pay for them. You can't do it.
no,
It's
you can't.
illegal.
No, you can't.
Right.
Hey,
Let me. I'll explain something to you.
All right.
Right.
I can't.
Now, you've heard of the electoral roll.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about. I'm
No.
not talking about
Let
where
me
you live.
explain. I'm leading up to it. Let me explain. Right. So
Okay.
you've heard of the electoral roll.
I'm not on it, but yeah.
Well, you should
I've
be
never
by
been on
law.
it.
Well, you
No,
should be
I
by
don't
law.
have to be. I don't have to be, and I'm not on it. I've never have been. But carry on.
Well, all right. Check the law. You should be. Right. The second thing is there's a thing called an open register. Right. So what happens is
Can
wherever
I just ask you what records you're talking about in defining on what records I'm talking about? Because we might be talking about 2 different things. If
no,
you're
I know
talking
we're
about
talking about
addresses,
no, yeah, I know we're talking about 2 different things, but the point I'm trying to make to you is, are you aware of what information can actually be
no,
accessed about
I'm
this?
aware that you can get information, but the person I've had to deal with has been trying to claim that they're paying for my fucking record since I was a youth of getting in trouble. It's against the law. You
They
can't
can't
as a
do it.
minor or an adult.
No,
And
that's different. That's different.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've had to call the
Hopefully
police
they
on
can't
it
do that,
because
you honey.
someone trying to say that on the internet and then trying to make out have crimes against minors can get me in danger. Someone could attack me and it's completely against the law and it's not true. And I had to
No,
call the
that's
police.
correct.
Right. And the fact I had to do that is sickening. The fact I had to
Yeah,
do that
but
for the
when
second time, and I had to do it with Laura, and then I had to do it with this other person, is sickening. I'm on here so as a hobby, for fuck's sake. I've got
yeah, but
mental
where
health. Me and Susan are both classed as vulnerable adults. We both got disability and mental health. We don't need people fucking with us, doing threats and shit. It's
right?
just disgusting.
Can I just go back to the point earlier where you were saying where this person has made an idle boast or threat that they know where you live?
Oh, lonely, yeah.
Right.
Only
Now,
where she and
that,
Whoopi lives. Yes, she has her
Probably
right,
does,
that,
yes.
that,
Probably
that,
does know where I live. I don't doubt that. That's why I rang the
no,
police.
but yeah, but what I'm saying is that information can be accessed.
No, I know. I'm not talking. When I said about the access, I was talking about a different person trying to claim they had access and lying that I had crimes that I didn't have, which is
Yeah.
very dangerous for me. The
Yeah,
point is,
it
I've
is.
had to call police on 2 separate people, and I'm here as a hobby to have a good time because I'm stuck in with my health, and I've come on here to have a social time. And you've got these fucking nut jobs and nasty people
Hi,
that are
Kim,
doing it for no
honey.
reason. You know, I
Right.
know Susan's done some shit and fucked up. I know I've been an asshole. We don't fucking deserve this shit. These people
Right.
are nuts.
No one deserves it, and I'm saddened to hear it. But what I wanted to say to you is, if someone assumes your identity, yeah, and they present that information to get a DBS check done,
It's
yeah,
illegal. Yeah.
claiming that they're you, that's how they can access the information fraudulently.
I get you, yeah. But you have
Okay.
to pay for
So
it,
that
and you have to have
yeah,
all
yeah,
sorts
yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So you have to pay for it, and this is what I'm saying to you. Is that I know you were talking about that subject, okay? And I know that
Right.
can't be done. That can't be done under normal circumstances.
No, I know. If she did do it, it's illegal. But also the stuff she said that she accessed, it wasn't true. I don't have crimes against kids, and that's a very dangerous thing to say
Yeah,
about someone.
defamation of character. Defamation of character.
No, I know. Do you know what? I rang the police for advice. I didn't even want to make a report, and they said you have to give us the details. This is a really serious crime, so I did. But I
Yeah.
just saddened. The whole point of it is, it's just I see all this shit. We see all these people doxing each other in America and stuff, and I'm grateful for the laws we have in the UK, and we don't have the same ones. Okay, we're very protected here in somewhat, but the fact that me and Susan, we're so fucking minor in the fucking YouTube planet. We're so minor. We've both got mental health. We've both got disabilities. She's been an asshole sometimes. I might have pissed someone off because I've taken a wrench or fucking banned them from my channel. That's it. So to deserve this, even though I get it happens, I still find it's like dumbfounding that we're dealing with adults that behave like this. I always say everyone has access to the internet. Not everyone should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Hi,
100%.
Hi, Kim. How are you feeling?
But,
I can't
but can I,
comment, by the way.
but can I go back to what I was saying a minute ago, Rant? Now, right.
Yeah. Oh, my name's
Right.
Hopi. Call me Hopi. I just got a channel.
All right,
called
sorry.
Rant. Call me Hopi, yeah.
I can only see the real Rant room,
I
so
know,
I do
I need to change
apologise.
it so people know my name. But yeah, go on.
All right, well, look, all right, Hopi. So,
Exactly. Explain to us what you can get, because that would be useful to know, and it would be useful to people in here.
right, so what I'm saying is, anybody in the UK, under normal circumstances, right, you would be registered with your council on the electoral roll. There's also a second register which people are not aware of in this country, which is called the Open Register. And you automatically get entered onto that because of being entered via the electoral roll.
Isn't when you sign up for things like catalogs or
Hopi,
contract phones?
I'll tell you. Hopi, do you
No,
know
no, no. Well,
if
you-
you don't want the registration for voting, they said they're going to fine you.
Yeah, I've never registered to vote, and I don't have to. I know it might be against the law, but I've done it. I've never registered. I've
Fair
never
enough.
been in the electoral, and I'm 33. I know it might be illegal, but I fucking have. I have no
Well,
interest in
Right.
it, and I've never registered.
So you're sort of along the right line. So with the electoral roll, that would be for
I'm
like
listening. I'm
government.
just grab another drink. I'm listening. Carry on.
That's all right. That would be for like government bodies, government department, police, corporations, right? With the open register, Susan or I, if we knew your name and knew the area you lived in, we could either do a search by going into your local council, or we could actually do the search online and pay for it, and we could get your information. Now, I'm not aware of whether or not that's changed under GDPR laws, which it may well have done, but as far as I'm aware, there's still two registers, one electoral roll and one's the open register.
Sorry, I'm being. Oh god, I knocked the phone over.
No, that's cool. Cool. So you're right, you know, like corporations and stuff can do ya, credit check companies can do ya.
Credit check. So, what? Other than the electoral roll, because I really have never gone onto it, and then when they knock on my door, I'm like, you need to go away, boy. But so other than that, is there other things that you may sign up for unknowingly?
No, because what happens is once you've been entered on the electoral roll, you automatically get entered on the open register.
Yeah, do you know what they started doing? You know, they started sending people out to your house for the electoral roll. They did that.
Oh, really?
My door. Yeah, because I would never sign it. I never did. And they would hammer my door, but because I'm disabled, and I would just send my carer or my daughter to the door and be like, no, she's not signing it. And they can't do anything. They've never been on it. Never. Other than maybe when I was like 18 and I wanted to get a contract phone and I had to be on it to get a contract phone when I lived at my mum's. I've never been on it since.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disbelieve your situation. All I'm saying to you,
I know, I get you're saying it's illegal, but yeah,
it's a legal requirement by law. Yeah.
Why is that? Because if people don't want to vote, they don't have to bloody vote. Or is it like what's that thing called?
No, I totally get it, because I did not want to go on the voting thing, and they kept sending me out the forms, and they said, well, if you don't sign them, that you're going to be fined £80. So I just,
Oh,
I
there's no
signed it,
people knocking at my door constantly, and I just told them.
but they keep throwing to my
I
little box
told them
and
nicely
everything,
to
you know.
leave my premises. But what's the other thing called? It's called something where I know they do it big time in America, but they do it occasionally here. I can't think of the word. And people in the household, you have to fill it all in and who's in the household, whether adults, children, or what, and what jobs they do.
That's
can't remember
a
what it's called.
sensor, it's a sensor,
That's the census.
That's it. Yeah, Dave, you're right.
I've never done that either.
Yeah, but that also, as far as I'm aware, is another requirement by law.
Yeah,
I'm
it
a
is.
naughty bitch then, aren't I?
Very naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a
Um,
fuck. Like, keep coming and knocking on my door. If you're gonna make, if they, then sometimes they've even said to me, "Well, we know this about you and we know that," and I'm like, "Fill it in, then, arsehole. If you think you know something, fill it in. Go ahead, be my guest, but I'm not gonna answer you." Maybe I've got away with it because I do have certain mental health and disabilities. And
Well, can I just say this? To a certain extent,
housing association. So maybe the housing association. Do you know what pisses me off when you have housing association and then they send the council round to ask you for your details for the electoral roll, and I'm like, you mugs, you give me this property. Do you not know my name? Surely you know it when you gave it to me.
Well, unfortunately for all of us in the UK, the moment you're born and you've got a birth certificate, that is your contract with the government.
I fucking feel sorry for the younger generations. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Lila. I'm sorry for birthing you.
What? Why sorry?
Because you're going to have to go on the electoral roll one day.
No, mate, when I'm 18, I'm fucking off to America.
You'd have to do it there. Do they? She said, nah, mate, I'm going to fuck off to America when I'm 18. Do you have to do it in America? Do you have electoral roll in America? No, you've got social security, bitch. They follow you with everything with that there. You have to pay for healthcare. Anyway, I don't know why I just started a debate with a teenager. More for me.
You're good at it.
Or I'll just get some.
I won't apologise next time for giving birth.
One of my American friends, we got the health insurance. I'll get them to add me to the health insurance.
They're assholes. I'm telling you.
No, so I've got friends who've been added to other people's health insurance.
She said she'll get added to someone's health insurance in America. I'm
Not that easy.
I'll say MZ, I'll sort you out. Auntie MZ. Oh, I've given MZ Colin's address, by the way.
You don't have Colin's
I
address,
do.
you know,
We did a bit of snooping.
No, because you don't have social media.
It doesn't need
Yeah,
social
all I
media
wanna
when you
say-
got.
I just want people to
Listen,
listen
I
to me
don't
for a
need them
minute.
when I got bitches like Z. She knows.
All
my
I want to
boyfriend's
say
address.
is when the police came out, I had MZ on my tablet.
I know. She said,
was
told me.
listening
I'm
to
glad
everything.
you did.
I
Glad
did
you
do that. I tried calling you. You
I
weren't
know, I'm so
answering.
sorry, Susan. I was my.
No, it's
phone was
okay.
completely-
It's okay. And then I text you. I said, "Can I give the police your phone
Yeah,
number?"
my phone was on
When
Do
you
Not
guarantee
Disturb, and
you,
then I
they
saw
aren't
your
going to
message
get.
and I messaged back.
No, it's okay.
But
Listen to me. I can guarantee you the Devon police are going to contact you. I can
I
guarantee
know.
you that.
No, I know they're going to contact me. I'm just saying, if they take too long, we'll contact them, because you know what they did to me when I reported it. I had to wait a week for them to get
Well,
back to
actually,
me.
when I
Why
was
such a delay?
calling you, they were
I'm
actually in
glad
my
you had
phone.
MZ on the phone too, because at least you had someone there to witness it.
Why such a
It's-
delay, Hopi?
And that's
Can
why
I
I
just
wanted
ask
to
a
contact
question?
you,
Hope?
because I wanted someone
Sorry,
there
I
to
can't
be
hear.
with me at the time. And what was done to me last night, Hopi, is it was just
Susan,
she
it's all disgusting. It's horrible and it's vile. And I said to you before, let's work together and let's get her gone. We got her gone for a while. Unfortunately, someone brought someone else back
Someone's
in and
after
they
that.
followed. And we're going to get them gone for good. And I can promise that. I will work with you 100%. I will do all I can. MZ will help. We're fucking going to get them gone. If
Can
your
I-
police force don't deal with it, I'll get mine. Listen, we'll do something.
Can I ask a question?
Go for
I
it.
take it you've reported this as a crime.
What are you talking about?
What
I
you've reported to the
reported
police as a crime.
I was stalking crime.
So
Yes,
there's
I have
some
them.
different situations. The same person that's harassed us, I reported it 3 months ago.
Mhm.
They rang her. They didn't really take it too seriously, but they rang her, gave her a warning, and said, "We'll do it as a crime." She stayed away from me, but she carried on with Susan, and then she would come near me in other channels. And now it's got. She went for a while, and then she came back worse. And then that's when Susan's finally rang the police, and I said, "You know, I'll back you up on this. We need to work because me and Susan are under different police forces, but that doesn't mean anything. We have to get her gone. We have
No,
to
but
get her.
you're under the same English law.
No, yeah, of
Exactly.
course.
Communication.
I mean, if I have to, I'll reignite it my side because I have all the evidence that she
No,
carried
but
on.
let me ask the question again. Right, Susan's reported it as a crime. Have you reported it as a crime also?
I did. Mine was months ago. I did, and my police force didn't take it too seriously, but they warned her if she didn't stop, then they would, and she did. Wait, she did stop. She hasn't done anything to me since. She's done it over here, which is why I'm going to help with this because she's got more than I have and her police force will take it more seriously. If I have to, I'll reignite it here and I'll get her police force to get a better detective up here and we'll have double whammy because the guy I dealt with was an arsehole. They did the job, they got rid of her, but they didn't do her for a crime.
And
I
I
don't
can
know
tell
if
you
she
now,
committed a crime though. I don't know if she committed a crime with
she
me.
has. She has.
No,
When
I
she,
don't know.
when I
She
say
said-
Well,
crime,
yeah, because she's, from what you're saying, right? Hang on, can I just say this?
She
telling
said
me
she
that
came to my
well,
house, but she might not have come to my house. She said she was going to
Let-
hurt my dogs.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know if
no.
that's a crime or not.
Let me clarify it for you. Right, she's made threats to you, right? Which under
Right.
English law constitutes a crime. Okay.
Depends what
So what I'm,
threat.
hang on,
It depends
let me
what.
finish. Let me finish. So what I'm saying to you is, if you've reported it to the police, irrespective of what force it's at, be it Devon and Cornwall or you Met Police, because I'm in London too, right? Then you should have been given a CAD
I know.
number.
Oh no, I have. No, I have a crime reference, but
I have
the
a
guy
crime
I
reference
dealt with,
number.
I had to wait a week. The fucking woman on the phone that took it seriously. The guy that rang me, he spoke to me like a mug, like it was nothing serious. I had to fucking go on medication. I was, bearing in mind, if she had come here, I had to flee London as a victim of crime. I'm disabled, I have mental health, and I've got kids. Like, if you got someone threatened, and they didn't do that. But either way, they dealt with her and she stayed away from me, so I left it. Now she's going to carry on. I'm going to support Susan with it, and hopefully we can reignite it here and then make it double whammy. It's not like I've let it go.
Right.
It's just she stayed away.
No.
So why would I keep calling?
Right, can I just add this? Right. You've reported it, and obviously it worked because, like you said, your words, she stayed away. So what the
Stay away
police
from
would
what?
have done, they would have given her a word of warning, or even
Yeah.
maybe a caution. That's
I
what
had
they
to
would have
tell
done.
him. I had to tell the detective. He said, I can't do anything. I said, you can. I said, you can go and warn her to stop doing it.
Can I just say this? Can I just say this? Now the police don't like this when you quote this, yeah. But your rights under the Magna Carta is simply this, yeah. Because if you look at America's Constitution, everything that America has got is based on us,
English, yeah. Everything is based
right?
on English
Right,
laws, of
right,
course.
right. So hang on. So when you don't feel that you're getting the service from the police that you should, one of the things that irks them, that you should always say to them, are you acting under oath of office?
Oh, do you know what I said to him? I said something, I can't remember the wording. It was something like his duty, his duty to protect and all that. And it was like, I really felt mugged off. And I even remember saying it to Susan. I said, and I rang her, I was like, maybe you need to do it. And I said, maybe they'll take you more seriously. I just didn't feel, but because they did, and she stayed away, I thought, well, they've done the job, but now she's carried on. But now we've brought it back up again. Now they've done nothing. Now she's carried on. I mean, it's horrible, but it's kind of done us a favor because now we've got more to really get something done.
Right.
Like,
I mentioned something to Susan yesterday, and I wasn't sure whether she was aware of it. And I don't know if you're aware of it, and you may have heard it before anyway. Have you heard of the Miscommunications Act of 2008?
You know, the police, not about this person, the other person that was saying about my records, when I rang up for advice, they said about the Communications Act, and there's like a, I can't remember what it was. It's like damaging and not just defamation, but damaging or something communications. That's what they said to me about this other case.
Malicious communications.
That's it. That's what they said
We
to me
talked
about.
about that,
I
right?
don't want to say her name, Nessie. Oh, fuck! I just said it. I just said it by accident.
Don't worry
I
about
said
it.
it by accident, Susan. I'm sorry, I said it by accident. I was
It's
meant to
okay.
say Susan, and I said her name. You know who I mean. But
Mhm.
no, I rang them for advice on what to do, and they're like, "No, you're gonna have to give us the details. This is a crime." And they said exactly what you just said to me. I just dropped my phone. Sorry.
Mum, where's Brown?
I don't know. Probably under the duvet.
Calling him, but nothing.
He's probably asleep, Lou. They said to me the defamation, dangerous, and the word you just
Malicious.
said. Yeah, malicious communications.
He's under the bed sheet.
And they're like, this is a crime. Even if you don't want to go forward with it, you need to give us the details. I gave them the details, the name and fucking number and everything and all that. So, you know, and I'm glad, because how come that happened then? But yeah, it was only a few months ago when I rang for the same person me and Susan are done with, and that wasn't the same thing. It's like, but my force up here, I'm not going to say where I live, but now I've moved from London, but I live in a place where it's like fucking Sleepy Hollow. The police don't know what the fucking ass to their elbow. Like, you're going to have to tell them what fucking laws there are and what it's just ridiculous. They just
Yeah, but that's also even though I know it's not being really helpful to you, that the police force where you are not doing their job properly, but it's also beneficial to you that you do go online and you do read up about English law a little bit, because there is a lot of it.
But also, what
and
I
arm
wanted to do
yourself
is
with
come
that.
up with something, because I think, like, because it doesn't matter if we live differently in separate areas, we now have a bigger. It's like, even if one of us did one thing and one of us did the other, it's just little things. But now, if we
It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter, right? No
I'm just
disrespect,
saying,
though.
if we
Listen,
give them both and they have two police forces that with the same complaints, they're going to have to do even more. It's not like they can just ban them.
yeah, I know exactly what you're getting at. There's like more evidence from two forces, two lots of complaints. I get
Yeah.
that, but what the point you're missing is, regardless, it's still covered under English law.
Oh, I know. I didn't miss that. I'm saying it's, if one of us just made a complaint and it was a smaller complaint, it'd be a smaller crime, because it's two different police forces, two different areas, and loads of different crimes. It means she's going to get an even bigger repercussion, is what I mean. I'm not saying it's different laws.
I see
I'm saying
what
it's
you're saying.
she'll have a bigger result, is what I meant. I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
different
no,
laws.
I get what you're saying and the strategy behind it, but
Can I put it
ultimately,
that way?
It's not
if you
it's not a strategy.
Can
It's
I
just
just
how
say
it's
this
happened.
right now? People say, why did you leave Lovely 15 come? You blocked her from your panel, then you left her on your panel, because I wanted her to incriminate herself. She said that she was going to send rope to hang, so I could unalive myself.
You want me to post you the rope, is what she said.
Yes.
Mhm.
She
I
also
have it
did
saved, Susan.
things
I
to me
clipped it.
yesterday. People, I'm not going to disclose this on YouTube, but what was done
Don't
to me at
disclose too
7
much
o'clock this
either.
morning, what was
This
done
has
to me
gone on further than it should have, Susan.
was unbelievable.
You should let's keep a little bit behind, and me and you and Memsy can talk, because
for her
we
to come
can't give
in,
we shouldn't give our decks away, because she'll fucking, you know, when
this
she was
is
on
what
panel
I said
with
to
you,
Susan
when
yesterday,
she was
liken it, hang on, no, liken it to a game of poker. Don't show your enemy your cards.
But also, when
um,
she was on panel with you, she said that she had the police there because of me, and she had to give her laptop over. So she hasn't got anything. I'm like, you're full of shit. You got a warning. They didn't take your fucking laptop. And even if they did, it was fucking 3 months ago. You'd have it back. And I have
Yeah,
it
that's
recorded because if I need to, I can use that with my police force if I have to, because she's
Um,
lying about, you know.
Hopi, any of my videos which were done on that, I will give you full permission in front
Oh,
of all these
I
people
tried to
to
clip
take
them.
them. Take
I
them.
tried to clip
I
parts,
already
but
told
we
her,
will
Susan.
listen. We'll sort it, Susan. We're gonna do it, and we're not gonna. You know, it's easy before when you're exhausted with someone just to do the minimum and get rid of them. We have to just fucking keep going, whatever it takes now,
Huh?
get fucking rid of it. And we can't just do it for ourselves, Susan. We have to do it for other people because it's not just us.
Exactly.
If it's not just me and you, it's going to be someone else. And also, look, it's hard for me to say, but in a human part of me, I'm concerned. I think she needs help, genuinely. I think
Yeah, I
she
think
needs
so.
help. I think she's in a
Yeah.
fucking bad way. For you to be that desperate, don't even have the words, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
She,
you
like, I
can't.
heard other people
do
saying
okay.
it. She got excited with the thought of hurting people and just it's just messed up. And also, she was wearing a uniform. People say it's pajamas. I had a picture. It's uniform. It's a certain uniform here. It's either a cleaning uniform or I don't want to say nail bar, but it's a similar, like, the high collar. It's like I'm trying to
We
remember. I
discussed
wish
that
I used
already,
to. I
Hopi.
wish
I
I
think
recorded
that's
my
enough
phone
on that
calls.
topic.
I have such a bad memory because of my PTSD. I wish I did because she did tell me a lot of shit, and unfortunately, I just can't remember it.
Yeah, Betty Boo, she are so deep. What she did to me last night was uncalled for. She let on that she was my mother, my
Oh,
biological
sorry. I
mother.
just realised I can read comments on here.
Yeah,
She
she
does.
let on that she was my biological mother. And I thought for a bit she was, but then I realized that it wasn't my mother at all. So
No, we
spoke
looked closer into the picture blown up
But
September, and it's just the
she
uniform, not
does the
pajamas.
whole, she tries blaming other people and giving this story, and it's like, fuck, bitch. We might all hate each other at some point in our groups about the place. None of us would do that. And also, she fucks up. She's like, I was in psychiatric hospital. I was here. I was there. She's like, fucking, she's nuts. And Rocco said, go kick our ass. Do you know what's funny is she knew that even though I have a very small dog, he's very protective. Like, he's bitten through a police officer's hand. He would protect me with all costs. He saved my life when I was attacked last year. That's why she threatened my dog. That's why she threatened my dog. She threatened a 5-pound dog. And it's like, why do you need to threaten my dog? If you didn't come to my house, you wouldn't have to threaten my dog. I have the screenshots too.
Welcome,
I have
September.
everything. I have everything of her in my back chat. I have her pretending to be in psychiatric hospital. And I'm thinking, what? Are you staying where your brother works, bitch? I doubt it very much. And then she's like, she pretends to be other people and do other voices. And I think maybe it's difficult for people in America. We can
I
tell.
think she's got many
In the
personalities.
UK, there's so many different accents in the UK.
She's
I
got
know
many
where she
different personalities. They all have a voice.
I showed the police my back chat. She came up and she tried to let me know that she was my son.
You need props there, and there's not often you really make me laugh fucking randomly. You did really well that night. You're like, oh, is that your other personality?
Thank you.
I was crying. You did. I mean, you handled it really fucking well, and you did handle it well, and you had fucking
there is a
humor
picture,
in it, and you
September.
rinsed the fuck out of her. And I was glad you were on your game. Sometimes we're not on our game. We're tired. We don't have comebacks. But fuck
Yes,
me,
Heather, we are more than we need to.
You should have said, "Oh, we should give her personalities different fucking names." You should say,
And I even got an on camera at one point.
Do you know what though? It's kind of like it is actually personality, the different ones, but because in the same way, some of them know what they were talking about, but in other ways, she's like, I don't know what that person was talking about. But whether it's a fucking put on thing or whether I just think she's absolutely batshit crazy. And listen, I've been honest about it. I've been in psychiatric hospital. I've been in 5 different ones. Okay. I've never met anyone like that. And I've met some really sick people. No, I don't mean sick and as nasty. I mean poorly. I've never met anyone. And I think that kind of person, I don't think they would put her in like, a thing like that. I think they would, I don't think she would be hospital worthy. I think she would need to be under supervision, whether it's in a criminal sense, an illness sense, or something, but she needs to be under fucking supervision. Big
Oh,
time.
definitely.
Because
Big
we
time.
don't know what's happened before us.
100 precious chaos.
We might be the first step, which she may have found us by accident for the brother, which turned out, I mean, it's not like it wasn't true. He did go to war, but if he was already back in England and he's already got a full-time job as a security guard, how sick? I'm not saying he didn't have PTSD. I'm just saying how sick was he? She was saying she was getting him back. So we don't know if she had steps before that. We don't know if ours is the first step. She's obviously accelerated since.
Betty Boo says, I think she was drinking and then came on YouTube.
She does. I know she does. She drinks wine, I
That's how I
think.
got her on
And
cam.
her doing the lemonade thing, I mean, she might have done that then, but she stays up drinking, and we can tell, like, we know what time it is over here, and I can sometimes it's hard for you guys to tell because she has a different accent. She definitely, I think she drinks too much. I think she's very lonely. She has no friends, and I know that for a fact. Her daughter has nothing to do with her. She has a partner that she's had since she's 13, and she was proud. And I said, well, to me, that's weird if you've got an older guy that was with you since you were 13, but whatever. And the fact that she has to have all these toys and these paddles and Spanx and all this stuff, it's like, how much of a connection do you have? And he's never about. How come she's about so much doing all this? And also, they've never been married. And it's not like she didn't want to be married. If you're with someone from you're 13, you're never with anyone else, why wouldn't you have some sort of commitment and be married? So I think something's a bit iffy there. And I've only ever seen him once or heard him once in the background. I've never heard or seen him since. I don't think he's about that much. Maybe he uses her house. Maybe it's a comfort thing. But she doesn't have any stability. She doesn't have friends. She goes to a day job in the day. And just imagine, she's, late 30s, early 40s? Imagine being
She's in her 40s.
so fucking desperately lonely and sad, and not just sad. If she was just sad and lonely, which she was, because I was actually genuinely friendly to her and I supported her. I listened to her cry every day, and I was nice to her. And it was very exhausting. She's like a constant person. Imagine being that age and being so sad that you're sitting there stalking all these different people online, researching them, not sleeping. Like, she will not sleep all night, researching people, getting obsessive, this. And I mean, it's just crazy fucking shit. Like, I'll give it to the fucking police to show what she fucking did. It's just insanity. Imagine, and I'm not saying to people feel sorry for it. I'm just trying to, it just makes me feel a bit better when I go. It makes me feel less angry when I go from the empathetic thing where I'm like, how
no, I get it. I can,
how sad, lonely, and it's not, I don't feel sorry for it. It's just, it
Opie,
helps me.
can I ask you one question? You know the pictures I showed you, the pictures what were shown. Can you please tell people that's not my daughter? Because people think that,
what are you on about?
there was screenshots taken of Lovely 15 that night when it all kicked off.
Oh, I
not
showed
my
them.
daughter.
That's not your fucking daughter. No way.
Thank you.
No, I've seen. Listen, I actually showed it earlier. I can show it again if you want. I think it's
Go ahead.
hilarious.
I mean, yeah.
I have seen her in person, and I'd explained this to people before, and I sent you her Facebook, I sent Tony her Facebook, I've sent it about. I feel like even back then, a few months ago, even though she had the camera mainly, I saw her on video chat, but when she did the whips and dildos and whatever else, she had the camera pointing up, but she did show her face. Maybe she had her hair different or whatever, but she did look thinner. I feel like she's not washed her hair, she's bigger, she's in a real bad way, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know what her life was before, but I feel like she's definitely gone.
That is not my daughter. My daughter's Irish.
What, people said it's your daughter?
Yes. My daughter speaks with
Who else would be your daughter?
That is not.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go. That is not my daughter. That is not my daughter.
Oh, and she had the nerve to say Susan looked like a boy. Like, what does this look like?
I don't look like a boy. Oh, come on.
Like, I know so many men that look like that.
But that is not my daughter.
like I just want to go. Look, you can even see her shoulders. Like,
That's the Kim. That's
and
the
hang on, fuck
shot.
you,
That's the
bitch.
shot. Like
Do I look like
that's
a boy? I got
no.
short ass hair. I got
That
my
is
hair
a
fucking
shot we
straight
got
when I
on
lost
her
my hair.
when she
I
came
don't
on
look. I've
panel.
always had short hair. Come and tell me that. I'd rather have fucking short hair than look like that. I can tell you that.
That is not 100% my daughter. My daughter is absolutely
No, and listen,
stunning,
I'm
and
not
my
lying.
daughter's not on YouTube.
I've confirmed
Lovely
this is
pixie
her
impression.
because I've spoken to her on video. She would try and do different angles and shit and try and cover it up, but I've seen her. I've actually seen her. That's actually
Whoopi,
her. She just looks
can you explain
monstrous.
to people that she does have a proper British accent? My
She
daughter
has,
comes from Ireland.
okay, I know what we can call this. It's what I would call, or we would call, a farmer's accent.
Right.
What's
You know
that?
what I mean? So, I mean, that's how I kind of knew where she lived. Also, I know where she lives because I know where her brother works. So, she thinks
What
she's
is
all
a
clever and
farmer's
shit. Well,
accent?
you're not so clever and shit. I'm
A
not going to put it out
farmer's
there 'cause I'm
accent
not
would be classed
stupid.
as something
But
what
you
is
know, when I
not in
contacted
London.
the police, I have the brother's name, the brother's fucking work of place. I have the brother's name. I have the rank number he was in the army. I have everything because she fucking spewed it to me. She sent me everything. She sent me everything about her family, and then she wants to do this, and she thinks she's so clever and has everything on all of us. We've got it on you, bitch. We're just not psycho. We don't need to put it on the internet because no one gives a fuck about you, Laura. No one cares. Like, I could talk about you all day long. No one gives a shit.
Easy
But the
with the
police do. I'll
F-bombs.
give it to the
Easy
police.
with the
I'll give
F-bombs.
everything to. I gave it all to the police before. And you know what? I messaged the brother as well, and I said, you know what? You're honorably discharged or whatever you were. I said, you're not going to be if you're part of a crime with your sister because of your fucking
Thank you,
behavior.
Heather.
I said, is it not embarrassing? And that's one thing I said to her, and I'll say it again. And I kept saying it on my channel. I'm like, how embarrassing and humiliating. Your sister going to a PTSD group to get you help. And then fucking stalking, harassing, and fucking bothering everyone in your name. Because essentially it's in his name. He went to war and he's got his crazy ass sister using him as an excuse and behaving so disgustingly.
Well, what he would have got from the army would have been a medical discharge.
That's what I just said. He was medically discharged.
Yeah,
and he worked.
with PTSD. Yeah.
He is a security guard. I won't say which hospital. I can tell you ladies when we're on the phone. He works at security for a hospital, and funnily enough, he does security for the fucking psych ward. And that's how I knew she was lying. That's how I knew when she was lying. She came in my back chat saying she was at the psychiatric hospital. She wouldn't legally allowed to be there if her brother works there.
No.
She'd have to be shipped out to a different area, or he'd have to be moved on. No, brother. If I went in psych and I had my brother be in security, they wouldn't fucking allow it. You nuts?
Princess Kia said that is called criminal harassment.
It is.
Oh,
And
it's
that's
beyond
exactly what it
criminal
is.
harassment. It's like fucking next level shit. Like, I just want to re-emphasize it, and there's like I said to MZ, there's certain keywords that set when I want to speak to the police, because it's like with you having been, it's the same as if I was having to be the one telling the story and you backing me up. There's so much you have to remember and say. So with me speaking to them, I can reinforce stuff, and there's certain keywords that you might not think of saying that really get their mind going, shit, this is serious, we need to do something, and just shit like that, you know. It's like different perspectives. Like, we just need them to fucking do something. We need, hell, fucking the public at large, we call it, public at large, in the whole of the UK needs them to do something. Because this bitch
I can guarantee you, they will call you. I can promise you that.
And Susan, if they don't, that's what I'm saying. If they don't, we will sort
No, I
it.
promise you they will.
I know they will, but I'm just saying, if they wait too long and we get impatient, we can call them. Like, we can fucking call them back. I can leave a message and say, come on, you know, because they took a fucking week to get back to me. And that's too long when you got someone threatening to come to your house. They took a week.
That's what I was asking before. Why
I'm glad though, although I was thinking at first, I heard you ringing 999, and I thought, oh, should have done that because you should have rang 101. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad you did, because hopefully they took it more seriously. Because really, I don't know. It's debatable. Was it a fucking emergency? I don't know. She wasn't a overall threat. Maybe you should have rang 101. But if it got the job done at the end of the day, you know, because she was ringing 101. That's how I know where she lives. Because when you
Yeah,
go to 101,
I
it goes.
rang 999 because at the end of the day, what she was saying to me and
I
all
know, I
that,
get it. I'm not
you
saying
know.
it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's debatable whether it's the right thing or the bad thing. But I
And
understand
I did have
if
the police out here, and I had MZ on the
yes,
with me, and I
right,
tried
and it did
calling
its
you,
job.
and you might notice that you had missed calls from WhatsApp, and I reached you, and I
No,
said,
and I'm
"Can I
sorry.
give
Do you know
you?"
what? When
It's
I
okay.
get so
I
many
was ringing
fucking
you when the
calls.
police were actually here.
Susan, I get so many I'm changing I'm going to put a different number on another phone. That's my YouTube number because I get
Right.
especially with people on a different time zone to us, they will fucking just call me and message me all night, and it will disturb me, you know, and then it's annoying if my daughter has an emergency. I have the doctor's call. I miss it because of it. So
Mhm.
that's why my phone was on Do Not Disturb, and I was resting. If it was on Do Not Disturb, and I was on my phone, but it wasn't. And then when I did look at my phone and I saw the message, I messaged you back straight away. So
You
I'm
did,
sorry for
yeah.
that, and I'm sorting another number
And
out, and I've told people they have to stop hounding me with calls unless it's important because
and you know I
it
never.
is important.
I hope you know I never call you, but
No, I know. I knew it. No, I knew. And I had told
called you that
MZ.
day.
I told MZ to get you to call me. I'd actually messaged 3 fucking people the day before saying,
You
"Can
were
you get
sleeping. You
Susan
were
to message
sick.
me?" And these people didn't have
MZ stayed with me
access
all
to
the
you.
time.
They didn't have access. So I do apologize for that. And I am sorting another
No, you
number.
don't
And
have to
people are
say
going to have
sorry.
to
It's
message
okay.
that. And people need to understand not to fucking, and I'm not talking about you. People need to understand not to hound my phone when it's not an emergency. Because when my daughter's got an emergency or there's something important and I miss a doctor's call, that's a problem. Like, it does do my head in. So I am making another number. No one's gonna. There's only certain people gonna have my actual fucking number that have the respect to use it properly. But no, I get yours was important, and that annoys me. If there's an important thing, it's same with my daughter and my doctors. It annoys me when I miss it because I've had to put it on Do Not Disturb. I have to go for a wee because I have a bladder of. I don't know what a big bladder is. I have a big bladder.
You know, funny
No, I have a
enough, I
small
have to
bladder.
go as well. I gotta go as well, so I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay,
So,
I'll race you. I'll fucking race you, Susan.
right, okay.
Thanks. I didn't do that.
So MZ, whereabouts in the States are you?
Jersey.
Oh, East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How long have you been there?
My whole life.
Oh, nice one.
Yes. I left for about 11 years and came back.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Tara's sick. Yes, a pee race because all they ever do is live in the bathroom peeing. True. True fact.
So how is everything on the East Coast? All good?
All good. Yeah. Not bad.
You're not experienced any
No.
You're not experienced any of that bad weather.
On my drive tonight, I went clear through Jersey. So I came from up north. I lived down south, and once I hit down south, it was pouring. It was bad.
Yeah.
So, and then as fast as it came in is as fast as it left.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm back. I won.
Oh, you won.
My bathroom's not too far.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, this lady is a massive problem, and I would appreciate other channels to back the fuck off because you don't know what happened last night. You certainly don't know what happened this morning. Dave knows.
What's wrong?
Susan.
There was a lot wrong this morning. I'll put it that way. I don't want to give her any clout for anything, but I felt what was done this morning was a waste of resources.
Absolutely. Did you find out definitely?
Yes. Oh my God. I hope they see that because that was against the law. Oh, calling a welfare check? Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
She's got a knife to her.
No,
I honestly
they found me in bed.
Did you find
sleeping.
out who did yours?
disgusting. No, and I'm glad. That's exactly why you should have stayed on like you did. Exactly why. Because if you came off, you wouldn't have had anything to show it. You know, they would have just gone off past and all that.
I just went through the whole live again with
Why
them,
the
and
people are dangerous people. When someone uses something like a vulnerable time or something bad you've been through, and they use it against you in an abusive manner, they're the worst types of fucking people. I can tell you that. I've had it done to me. When you go through a really bad or vulnerable time and you show your vulnerabilities to someone, when they fucking use that, they're the worst types. They're sick motherfuckers.
they've taught me that as well, actually.
Susan,
What's that?
Yeah,
did you find out who called in yours?
yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, that's where we left off.
A good guess who did that. Did
Okay.
that.
All right, you don't have to tell me. I know.
I was asleep in bed and bang, bang, bang on my bedroom window, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that again is a waste of public
Resource.
service and public resources. That really is. And they came in and I showed them the replay of my channel, and there was nothing wrong done or anything at all.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh my God. Susan, can you
Laughing
please
about her
ask
mum.
the rent
I
room?
was not
Why
laughing
is
about her
he-
mum.
Sophie,
I got sent a
Sophie.
picture.
Hold
Okay? I got sent a fucking picture. I wasn't laughing about it. Why do I have to laugh about it? What's funny about Susan's mum? And if you really want to know, I messaged Jessie about it because someone was asking me. But no, I don't find it funny. Why would I find it fucking funny to be told about someone's mother? Fucking get it right. Fucking
The
weirdo.
pictures what was shown about my mother last night, that was real pictures of my real
No,
mother.
I know what happened to you. Someone sent it to me to ask if I knew if it was your mum, and I fucking don't. I can't remember what your mum looks like. People just think I know. I mean, I know a lot about you, but I don't have a fucking memory of everything.
But hang on.
Sometimes
Can I
just
guys,
Don't please, oh boy,
Right.
check that account out, please.
guys, can I just interrupt for a sec? Sorry. This is how you debunk people that make statements like that, Hope, right?
Oh, fucking no, it
Is-
doesn't. But
hang on,
listen,
hang on,
I don't
hang
need
on.
to debunk it. I have it
Wait,
live
whoa.
on my channel. They can fucking go.
Hang on. Can you please let someone finish?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this person that makes this allegation, this is how you debunk those people that do and say those things. Right. So all you do, if that live was up or still up, you go back, you look at it, and you can see exactly that you never did that. So it debunks her allegation.
That's what I just said. My live's still up. I only finished my live and came in here, so of course it's still up.
Hope
Yeah.
that was a new account, so don't worry about it.
I
at
don't
all.
even need to. Why would I need to? Me and Susan have spoken. Listen, I know more stuff about Susan than anyone fucking knows. Like, and I haven't even been public with it because I'm not an asshole. Like, we've genuinely talked about shit. Why would I be public with it? I'm not just a spiteful, nasty bitch. But someone sent it to me and they were asking, and I'm like, how do I don't know who your mum is.
No, that was a real
I
picture
spoke
of
to
my
your
mother.
sister about it. And now you're telling me someone made up the fake account. So why is that such a bad thing that I'm trying to find out who's being fucking nasty? Why
This
would
could
I
be
laugh?
Lovely 15 again.
Why
Who
would I
knows?
laugh about someone's mother? I might have been laughing about something else because I multitask. Why would I laugh about Susan's mother? Think about it. Fucking rationalize with it. And
You're right,
anyway,
Susan.
why don't you come in? Oh boy. Why don't you come in using your real fucking name?
I think it's 15.
Yeah, but people do this, right, Hope, because they fight. Hang on.
Susan, you're going to give them an out. Why don't they come
What?
in using their big boy name or their big girl
Hope.
name and fucking say
Hope.
something?
Hope. The reason why people do this
I
is to
couldn't give
call.
a fuck. I never come in
But-
Susan's. I came in here on purpose because I told MZ I'm going to come in there. I want to talk about it. I didn't have a chance to talk to Susan. Yeah, I haven't spoken on the phone, and I thought I'm going to come in. We're going to discuss it, and then I'm going to carry on my evening going
Right.
elsewhere. So I can.
Do you want to know the psychology behind it?
Like we agree, honey.
Right, it's to cause division. That's what it's done for.
Oh,
Yeah,
listen,
they
no
don't
one
want
can
me and
cause
Ho-
any
me and
division
Hopi to
between
work
me and
together.
Susan. There's enough of that done. No one can do that. Do say what you want. Like, couldn't give a fuck. Me and Susan
No, I
are being up like and
understand
down like a
that.
yo-yo, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. If there's something
No,
needs
I,
to be done and there's something needs to be said, we're gonna talk about it. We're not fucking idiots.
Hi,
no,
honey.
no.
Welcome in, honey.
Look, I don't know you personally, Hope, right? And you don't know me. But I don't think that anybody's an idiot. I really,
Yeah.
really don't. But sometimes, yeah, like I'm on the outside looking into all of this because obviously I don't
I
know
get you.
the
I bet you.
dynamics to it all, right? So
I
all I'm
bet you
saying
think it's
is,
fucking nuts. I bet you're like, this is fucking nuts.
no, all I'm saying is I'm just trying to put a different perspective on it.
100%. My mum, when she came, she's like, "Why?" She heard someone on another channel like bashing me and lying about shit, and she's like, "Is this fucking real? Like, you guys fucking do?" I'm like, "Don't even tell me." Like, all these people are older than me acting like fucking craze. Like, it's like being back at fucking
Pathetic.
school.
It's pathetic.
It's crazy. It's nuts. It's ludicrous. I have no words for it. It's like being in a fucking social experiment, you know? Same as when
Hoppy,
I
just
joined
let it
Tinder.
go, Hoppy.
When I joined Tinder, it was like a whole fucking social experiment. It's the same shit. So people forgot
Now
how to
listen to what Betty Boop just put in text there.
Let it
100%
go.
Betty Boop.
Yeah,
100%.
100%, Betty, 100%. We do, and we're gonna be. I just thought I'm gonna pop in here. MZ said she's gonna come in. I didn't even know Susan was on. I said I'm gonna pop in. We're gonna talk about it. I'm just showing my support because I fully back her with this fucking lonely shit, and I will fully back her with it. I will do everything and anything I can do to get rid of this bitch. And believe me, it's not for my own gain because I got rid of her. I'm sick of seeing her. I don't want anyone else being her, and I will do everything in my power to do something to get rid of her. That's why I came in here to say it to Susan. So anyone wants to come in and fucking attack me about stupid shit and go, "Oh, you did this, you did that," go fuck yourself. It's
That
irrelevant.
was
Me and Susan have
Hopi.
been through fucking hell and back 10
Just let
times
it go,
over.
Hoppy.
Still talk. Like,
Hopi, that was a new account made today, honey. That's the truth.
no, I'm just saying, no one's going to get to us. Like, how many times have we been through hell and back? And it doesn't matter. If we're
Yeah,
coming
I know.
together about this a common thing, and then whose business is it? Like, go fuck yourself. You know, I'm so sorry that you're so sorry that you're so bothered that maybe I laughed about something and I'm in here and we're supporting each other. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm sorry that you're bothered about it because we're fucking not. Jeez. We'll go for a fucking cup of tea at the Ritz and video it, motherfuckers.
Hey,
With me, just love her.
you're relentless sometimes.
We'll go for a cup of tea at the Ritz. Fucking go live. Go on the scooters. Have a little race on the mobility scooters. Stick our fingers up to you and wave like the Queen.
Get it out of your system now.
Puff, puff, pass. Oh, wow. Wow. I hope you're having a nice evening otherwise. Where are you from anyway, Dave? You're from
I'm from London, Hope.
obviously I don't want you to give a location away, but I mean you're probably south, aren't you?
I'm from Battersea.
Huh? Battersea,
I'm
southeast?
Southwest London, yeah.
Southwest. I see. I lived in various around South London in different places, but I moved last year. I do really miss it. I know why I moved, and I'm glad I did, but I fucking... Sorry?
Did you say southwest?
Did he say southwest? Yeah, why? Oh, okay. Sorry, my daughter was asking me. Yeah. I can't. You did interrupt me now. I forgot what I was saying. I have a memory of a goldfish. No, not you. My daughter. She's like, did he say southwest? I said, yeah. Why? My daughter's going to Kingston now. I mean, it doesn't matter to American. She's studying at Kingston. Anyway, yeah, I live around in South, and I do miss it. I really do. I know why I left. I kind of just wish I moved further out rather than moving where I did because it's a whole fucking lot of change.
Hi,
You
Queen
know?
OJ.
It's a big
I'm
change.
pretty G,
You
my
too.
love.
Hey.
So, was you born in London then, Hope?
No, I was born in Surrey. Sorry.
Oh,
I moved to
oh.
London as an adult, but yeah, I was born in Surrey, you know. I lost my Surrey accent when I moved to London as an adult, and then people just going, "You don't sound the same now." But then now I've gone back to Surrey, they're like, "Sorry, my daughter keeps interrupting me, but it's okay."
Yeah.
That's what everyone says to you.
Stay
But
focused, please.
my daughter was posh as anything. She sounded so posh, and now people are saying the same to her. But you still sound really good.
It depends who I'm talking to.
Yeah, no, you
Like,
still
if I'm
speak
talking-
really
if I'm
well.
talking to my mates, it's different. Like, it kind of depends who I'm talking to.
But there's nothing wrong with speaking like you're from London anyway. Fuck that.
Like,
Like,
you actually fucking.
yeah, and people are like, oh, like, yeah, you're beneath us. Like, go fuck yourself. Do you know what? I mean, even though I grew up in Surrey, I grew up in a very wealthy area. My granddad was a millionaire, la-di-da, but I still grew up with a single mum on benefits, you know?
Oh,
And
bless you.
I was blessed that she could manage to get a house that's not on a council estate, but I was friends with the people that was. And, you know, I got to get and I basically became my friend that moved to my high school had been at Ascot, and she was actually friends with Princess Beatrice. And she had to move schools when her parents were divorced. And I remember having a 13th birthday party, and we invited Beatrice, and we thinking she's coming, and it was all fine. But we had a section of the garden. We'd snuck in a few Bacardi breezes, and we're not fucking clever enough to know that they're going to send a bloody royal security guard around before they come. So we're thinking she's still coming. But at the same time, we had all these guys that. Like one of them, his dad owned the whole Ministry of Sound network, and he was there, and one of them that was involved in Wimbledon, all this big money. But I can tell you, I thought I was going to meet all these confident girls and boys and stuff. I can tell you, they were all really insecure. They were all really depressed. And I'm talking about 13, 14 years old. It was a shock for me. I'm expecting all this big la-di-da, you know, and I'm, even though my granddad had money, it doesn't mean my mum had. My mum was still a single parent on benefits. I was expecting, I don't know, you know what you do as a kid, you expect a lot more. And it was a big wake-up call. The misery these kids had, the insecurities they had, it's like, it just shows you that big rich parents don't mean shit, you know? They're all miserable and whatever. It was sad. I never got to meet Beatrice, actually, because obviously she wasn't allowed to the
Please
party.
sub up to my second channel.
Oh, you've got one. I need to
Yeah.
do it on my
Sub up to
phone.
that one.
Oh no, I heard you talking about it the other day.
Mhm.
I have one too. I'm gonna do reactions with Lila, but we're gonna just react to like kind of anything and everything. Just normal YouTube shit like clips, funny stuff, just stuff in general. If people send stuff to us, we'll just react to it. You know,
A bit like Double Box.
kind of, yeah. But a lot of people like they either react to either music videos or they react to lives or whatever. We're just gonna do a bit of everything, and because we're two different generations, it'll make it a bit more interesting, you know. And she's a gobbake. She's just a mouthy gobbake like me, so it's like it should be funny. And also, I'm gonna.
I hope you ordered me French fries,
Said,
Heather.
love you too, bitch. I love you more. And I have two boy mates. I'm going to get them to do it on there because I think they're funny. They've got good voices. And I just think,
Hi,
you know,
SoCal.
something different. Some of them are different. I'm trying to find, what's the new channel called?
We didn't call it anything yet, but they're dropping the link.
Hold
The title's
on.
not up there yet.
I've got it. Sorry, I found it. Not cinnamon. September. My bad. I have some names of something I remember nicknames I used to call you. I'll say it to you in private so you can choose. But
Yeah,
there's some
no,
funny
me
names.
and have made a name for the channel. and it's going to be co-hosted with MZ. That second
Do
channel.
you know what? I love MZ. I adore her. I just don't think you should do co-host with anyone because it kind of sets you up something. And I love MZ, and I think it'd be great. I just think for you, you should do a name that includes your name and then open so that you have different co-hosts or a guest. So it's not a set thing. Then you don't have to. And I'm not saying there's going to be a problem with MZ. I love her. She knows I do. I
Thank you,
just don't want
Heather.
you going through another situation. And I think maybe you can think of a more fun name where your co-host with her and you have other guests on, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't
There
want
are
you.
gonna
I
be
don't want
other
you
guests
going through
on.
the same thing again. Where it's a, and I'm not saying because MZ is going to be a problem. I'm not saying it's because of row. I just think, and also you've built up so much. Why give it to someone that? And I'm not saying this about MZ or Crystal. Why give it to someone that's just coming in to do something? Just give yourself the recognition. Name it something, and do it like. And I'm not saying necessarily with this. Susan with friends or Susie with friends, you know, and something like that. So you can have people, and then you can even do, you know, insert different names for that time period. I mean, it's up to you. I just don't want you to necessarily give someone a stamp on it and then you build it up yourself like you did before. And I'm not bashing this one. I'm not bashing Crystal. I'm not bashing anyone. Really not. I'm just saying if you're building something up, that's my opinion. You don't have to take my opinion. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I know.
it's, you know, I think it's a great idea. Definitely have fun with it. Have MZ on. Do all that. I would just worry about. I wouldn't want you having the same hurt and the problem. That's all. Yes, Ray. Huh?
Have you messaged the carers?
I already did it earlier. But I mean, call it what you want. But
Yeah, we
you
haven't
can
made
even
a
do
name.
Susie and co-host. You don't even need to put a name there. You know. But it's. I
Yeah.
mean, it's up to you. And MZ knows I'm not pushing her here. I'm just saying. I just don't. And also, if you're building something up, I don't think anyone would expect you to put their name on it if you're building it up. You know, unless you're doing it from the ground up, then of course share a name.
Yeah, I know. It's gone from the ground up, basically, with all my subs I have on here. We're going to put them over onto that channel, and it's going to be a really fun channel, to be quite honest. And I have a monetized channel, and my benefits only allow me to have so much. So I'm
You
not going
can,
to
when you're not monetized, you can kind of. I know what you mean. You can kind of take the piss a bit, and they don't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I know what you mean.
monetized, you can't,
It's
right?
so restrictive being monetized. It's like,
It's very strict. I mean, yeah.
yeah. No, I get what you mean. I completely get it. Completely get it. It's a great idea. Just yeah. I mean, do whatever you need to do.
Thank you,
have
Sasha.
you got an electronic device near your laptop or whatever,
What, like my vibrator?
or a phone?
Joking. No, I don't.
No.
Why?
No, because your camera's going all pixelated again. It went clear for a minute.
Oh, it's just maybe it's because my daughter's rinsing the fucking. I got a fan on. Got a fan blowing. I don't know why, because I'm freezing, but I have. I was hot earlier. But I don't have any electronic device. I'm just using a shit laptop. If it's pixelating again, I can just shut the laptop. I'm gonna go in a minute anyway. I'm being really rude with my child. We're gonna carry on doing game night, and I'm being rude and ignorant. But I did want to come on, and I wanted, even though I'm going to speak to you in private, I just wanted to give you that pep. Like, we're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it. We're going to get rid of her. And
yes, 100%.
You know?
Again, I want to iterate to anybody out there why you kept wanting me to put her back on panel, because StreamYard records, and I wanted her to say what she needed to say, basically. And if anyone doesn't believe that, that's your fault. Secondly,
I got it.
the picture was being shown of Lonely 15 is not my daughter. My daughter has an
Your
Irish.
daughter's very pretty. Her daughter, Susan's daughter, is really stunning. Like the same as my daughter.
Yeah, that is not my daughter. Trust me. Hell no.
I mean, come on, fuck me. Does that look related? Jesus
No.
Christ. Come on, people.
No. And for the pictures what was shown yesterday about my
Come
mother,
on, your daughter's
that is
22.
my
This
mother.
bitch is like 40 something. Like, wake up.
People need to cop the hell on, you know. Stop saying that there's a conspiracies, and there is no conspiracies. It's the truth is the truth. No matter what way you want to turn it upside
No
down.
one's working with her either. I doubt anyone's working with her. I mean, she does.
No.
I think she manipulates people, and she'll be around people, maybe tricking them to be around her temporarily. But I don't think anyone in their right mind would work with her. I mean, there's the one person that we would suspect, and that's maybe, but that's still someone we have nothing to do with. Isn't in any of our groups. So why would it matter? There's no point going, oh, who's she working with? Da, da, da. Like, no one. She's just fucking nuts. I know it's hard to fathom because none of us are that insane. But she's just that insane. She does it all herself. She's probably got a tablet, a computer, a phone, and another phone. She's probably just fucking working all these things with different accounts and doing her fucking different personalities. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, honestly, she's sickening.
Absolutely,
She's
Queen.
disgusting. This is what I mean. Like, I can't even explain how. And this is why I'm like, listen, we've got to get rid of this bitch for good. Like, she's not doing anything to me now. I got rid of her with the police. But even if Susan gets rid of her, I wouldn't want her going on to anybody else, even if she leaves me and Susan alone. What if she goes on to someone else, even if it's no one in our group, if it's someone on YouTube, someone on Facebook? No, we need to do something where she's bloody assessed, under supervision, whatever it takes. I don't know, but we need to do, like, it's just sickening. Like, no, it's like unfathomable, the shit that she does. No one, and this is why it upsets me when I see who's she working with, and then different people getting accused. None of us, no matter how much you might hate someone, none of us would do the things she's done. It's unfathomable. No one is that sick-minded. I don't think any of us, even in our angriest mindset, none of us would even remotely consider doing some of the stuff she's done. The shit she comes out with is sickening. It's like,
it's very sick.
This is what I mean. Like,
Heather.
I've never even met anyone, and I've been honest. I've been in psychiatric hospital. I've never met anyone like it. Never. Fucking
She's
sick.
I said to the police, she's on another level. She really is.
Completely.
You know, and
I feel sorry
there's
for
no
what
one
her
watching
deals
her.
were.
The pictures what's out with Lovely 15. That is not my daughter. My daughter's Irish, born with an Irish accent.
But hang on, why would your daughter be on? Who's saying that anyway? Because
I've heard it on some other channels that they were making conspiracy theories up, thinking that was my
That's
daughter.
crazy.
That's not my
She
daughter.
literally turned her camera on here, and there's proof, and we heard her voice.
Yeah, and she
Oh,
has
okay. It's sick. It's crazy.
English
Anyone
accent.
that's saying
My
this shit
daughter
is
has
not.
a complete Irish accent.
It's the
My
same as
son,
when people said I was working with Lovely. Like, why would I attack myself? Why would I harass myself? Why would I call them? It's just think about it, people. Why would, if that was Susan's daughter, why would she have her on doing the shit she was doing that night?
exactly. So the conspiracy theories, yes, thank you, George. Yes. I've seen all that today, and I just found it heartbreaking. And Brenda, yeah. No, that's not my daughter. My daughter is a lot more prettier and better looking, beautiful looking, actually. My daughter's
your daughter's stunning. It's the same as my daughter's more stunning than I am. They're a produce of us, you know. They've got the nice bits about us, but better, you know. Why the?
I get you bad bits as well.
My gobbo.
And my daughter is only 22 years of age. She's not any older than that. And for my son, keep my son out of it because he's a minor.
Yeah, just leave that.
You know.
You look like Mrs. Trunchbull on one of my pictures.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry. My daughter's being gobby. She said I get the bad bits of you as well. I have a picture where she looks like Mrs. Trunchbull from Matilda. Every time she gets ill, she blames it on me. I'm sorry. Right, I'm gonna go. Nice to be up with you guys.
Yeah, thank
Maybe
you all for
Sunday
coming up.
we'll do the three-way. Sounds filthy. We'll do the three-way on Sunday, guys. Okay.
Give it Monday or Tuesday. I guarantee you'll be hearing from the police
Yeah,
here
but
in
I mean,
Devon.
we'll have the three-way phone conversation to discuss it all
Hopefully, the only thing I will
Sunday.
say when the police are calling you, it might come under they might not show their number.
Private, yeah. I understand.
Okay.
Hopefully people are going to stop ringing me all times of night so I can actually have my phone
Well,
on.
they're not going to ring you. They're not going to ring you at stupid time because they're UK time.
They are going to call me before they turn up here, aren't they?
Definitely, they're going to 100% call you.
Because I'll be pissed if they turn up here. So
No, they're not going to. They're not going to just jump. The man who was out here with me, he told me 100%. He would call you. So
I'm glad.
that's
I'm
what's
glad that
happened.
they dealt with you with kindness and compassion.
Well,
and I'm
I
glad
mean, if we say this about the Devon police, they are very compassionate and they're very caring, especially to vulnerable adults. You know, they really are nice.
yeah, I'm glad to hear it, and I'm glad MZ was on there with you and supporting.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
And listen, we're gonna do something about it. We'll get rid of the bitch. We'll
Yeah,
go ding dong. The bitch is
100%.
dead. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Hope.
Oh, good night. Sorry, I forgot you were there, Dave. Nice to meet you, Dave, and thank you for
Yeah,
informing me
likewise.
of stuff I didn't actually fucking know. Like genuinely, it was nice
That's
to meet
all right.
you.
Cool. Yeah, likewise.
Take care.
You too.
Okay, that was Hopi. MZ, how are you doing?
My day was very well. Thank you very much. Rocco.
With the second channel, I just want to say right now, I'm not looking for that to be monetized. If it gets monetized, fair enough. But I will be handing that second channel over to MZ. And it's not because she asked me, it's just because I will not be allowed to have it, more or less. Um, that's gonna be a fun channel, a lot of laughter and jokes, and you guys are gonna love it. Yeah, you're gonna really love it. So one montage channel is enough for me. Thank you very much. I don't need a second one, which I know this one will probably go. It will probably get monetized as well eventually. Um, no one asked me to do this. I have said to MZ, I cannot keep a second montage channel because of my benefits here in the UK.
We're not looking at a monetized page.
It's probably going to get monetized after time. Give it time.
What did I
It's
tell you about that? When we reach that, we'll talk about it.
Yep. Well, I'm willing to give that to you. Simple as. I don't want a second montage channel. One is enough for me. So those people who think that the picture I hope I showed is my daughter, I can guarantee you, my daughter is a spitting image of me actually, and she's only 22 years of age. Very highly educated daughter. She does not speak with English accent. She speaks with a Irish accent. So that's all that BS. And for what
Thank
was
you,
done
Jersey Cat.
someone coming in letting on they were my mother. I think that was the lowest of the lowest.
Yes.
That was bad.
Well, she's hit some really low points. We're gonna have to
That's what
start
she
teaching
does.
scorpion.
She gets joy on that. She really does. I really do believe that she gets joy on every part of that. And I'm gonna start maybe at one point. I'm gonna start putting all my videos together, and I'm gonna break them up, and I'm gonna show you everything from start to finish. She said she wanted a bracelet. I promised her to. So that will be happening.
I think from the legal aspect of it, we should just not talk about her anymore and let her stay away.
I can only say I know that this is an ongoing investigation. There's only so much I will say. I know there's a lot more I can say, but I can't say it. The police are very much aware of that. I am a YouTuber, and it was brilliant that I got her on and dropped her off and got her on and dropped. That was absolutely brilliant. I mean, she probably was drinking, and I wasn't. I had no alcohol in my system whatsoever, so I knew what I was doing. And I also kept saying, StreamYard records. So those who
Mhm.
left horrible messages on my about page or whatever, I deleted them because you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about, and I knew what I was doing. Come on, I've been in the Irish Defence Forces for 9 years. I wasn't born eating grass, and when I say grass, I mean Irish grass, as in a field.
Well, how about when there's updates on her, then we can give those and not spend the whole live talking about her.
Yeah, I mean, this is giving her airtime again, really, to be honest. I'm surprised she didn't come in here under an alias name. But then again, we did have one person
She
come in
may,
here.
yeah, she may have.
Crap, so maybe she did.
Or she's
She
doing exactly what I told you the other day. She's lurking on the channel until she has enough to come out and sit on the live for an hour or two.
she is making multiple accounts under multiple names.
Mhm.
And for anyone else, it's going to become a time where when it goes from now till then, I am going to record as much as I can, and I'm going to
Mhm.
stick it all together, and I'm going to show exactly how a vulnerable person, i.e., Hopi Dopey as well, can be harassed.
Mhm. Hi, Queen OG. I said hello to you twice, honey.
Yes, Queen
I
OG,
don't think you heard me over Hopi.
Queen OG, you can send me on that video, and I can add it to the collection. Actually,
And I'll do a comment very close on. Thank you, Queen OG.
add that to connect my stuff, which I
Yes.
have already applied myself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know anyone sicker who would come on and let on that they're a person who has not seen her biological mother in years. To suddenly, I had thought for but all but 5 minutes that was my mother and got really emotional about that. That
Mhm.
is sick. That is like the lowest of the lowest, and there's not much more I can say with that one. I should probably say that I'm trying to off myself again and send an ambulance at 7 o'clock in the morning. Go ahead, do that because she's only wasting people's time. To be quite honest,
Would
that's
you
not
like to drop your link before we end for the night? If anybody wants to come up from the panel?
anyone wants to come on panel, ask me. I'll drop you a link. And Queen of G, you did a fantastic job as well. The police looked through that video when you run on that one, so that was the actual star video. Even though I got a lot of criticism for kept leaving her come on panel and then muting her and get that was done for a reason. I wanted her to say what she wanted to say, and I wanted to show the authorities
No, Queen.
exactly what she was doing.
No, Queen OJ.
Yeah, Queen of G, you can send that to me, no problem. You can send it to me in my email at Bennett Susan, no cap lock letters, 678 @gmail.com. I will take that one as well to show this character because that's what she is to me. So, other than that, I mean, MZ, how are you doing, honey?
Okay, Dave, did you fall asleep?
No, I'm still awake. I'm just listening to you guys. You carry on. I just wanted to know, this evil, despicable person that you speak about, do they actually have their own channel?
No,
No.
they do not. No.
Okay.
Maybe that's why she tries targeting us the whole time because she did target Hopi, as you heard her speak about that for quite some time. And then she went on to me, and then it went quiet for a while, and then she came back onto me 10 forward again. I mean, what was done to me last night, I think, was uh, the lowest point I've ever felt in a long time. Thinking that was my real mother, and actually it wasn't.
Yeah, that was a hard one to swallow.
Yeah. So I put that on memberships only because I didn't want. I know my father and them they don't have access to that, but that definitely
Thank
was
you,
not
Betty
my
Boop.
mother.
Yeah, but you know, you can also do your streams like after when it's finished and you post it to YouTube. That you can
Night,
do
Jersey
'em-
Cat.
you can do them private, and you can give the link to those that you trust to watch that content.
I think MC would be great. MC is
Thank you,
going to be
Heather.
on board 100%. Thank you, Heather, for that one. I do believe that this new channel is going to be fantastic, and the MZ is going to be part of every single one of that channel.
It's a
And
no drama zone.
Hi, Sweet Pea, how are you doing, honey? Um,
Sweet Pea.
when it comes
But
to
that's
time to get monetized, I want nothing got to do with the monetization because I already have a monetized channel, anyways. So,
that's the way live streams should be anyway. MZ, it should be totally
Right.
non-drama.
and MZ will tell you as well. This channel is normally a really safe place to come. It's a really good place to come.
Mm-hmm. Yes, till we have special appearances.
We do. It's all going to be great. Thank you, Kuna Matata. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Akana.
So yeah, I appreciate everyone being in here. Everyone from the tavern. I'm a tavern person myself. If
Mm-hmm.
anyone has a problem with that, they
Tavern
can
rocks.
you know. For we did have a few mock accounts in there yesterday as well. They were going at Dave, and I got my mods to check their accounts out, and they were only made that day, so we knew that they were full of crap. But with the non-monetized channels, they're brilliant because you can curse and swear and all that.
In about 2 weeks, September.
Yeah, we're just getting up the sub count. We are over 50 right now, so 50 is the part to start streaming. So we're gonna leave it go for another bit. Keep dropping the second link off me and MZ's channel. We'll call it that
Well,
way.
things still have to be created on the channel, so it's still
Yeah,
new
we
and
get content and all it. We make our own content.
hello, Stephanie.
I can tell you a day, all right? When I first opened my channel, I started out with 3 subs. And if there was 3 subs in my room, I would talk to them 3 subs for hours on end.
Yes, you did.
And look where I'm
Yeah.
now. My
Mhm.
sub count has gone up by 35 right now, actually. And they just keep subbing up. And I'm thinking, okay, what's so special, you know? But you know, you are what you sow,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Exactly that.
So yeah, I mean, there you go. There's a second channel, Susan and MC. Thank you very much, September, for putting that in there because that's what that channel is all going to be about.
Mm. And the thing is though, Susan, like I only
Friendly
stumbled
fun zone.
your channel yesterday, and I picked up a good vibe from you and the other guys that are in your chat now, and yeah, I'm glad I found your channel. I subbed to it and I put on the notifications. So
There you go.
Good night, Sleepy.
You know, I do get that random few people who do listen in, and boom, before you know it, I get these new subs, and I don't even have it on subscriber mode, to be quite honest. The most times I have it on subscriber mode is to keep the likes of Lovely 15 out, and to keep the bots out. We get those SEX bots that keeps all of them out, so you know, to
but
keep the
Yes, Akana.
where does the name come from?
which name would that be?
The one you just mentioned. I mean, what's lovely about somebody when they're behaving in that way? So that part of the name's totally untrue, but the
Yeah,
part that could be true, but the part that could be true, well, I'm going to be a bit bitchy now. Is
yeah,
she 15 stone?
probably, yeah. She's a big girl. She's bigger than me.
And I'm not taking the rise out of anybody who's of a larger persuasion,
No,
because
not at all.
we're all beautiful in the skin that we're in. So you know, it doesn't matter if you're small, tall, fat, thin. It doesn't matter. You know, we're all people and we're all meant to be
It
beautiful.
only matters what's on the inside.
Exactly. You know, you can have a good looking cover of a book, but if you
Mhm.
open it up and that book is boring to read, what's the point in having that book?
It could be horrible, right? You know?
Absolutely.
You know, for me personally, as a guy, would I want a trophy bride? No. I'd rather have someone who's interesting and someone who can grab my mind.
Mm-hmm. Lead you to bigger and better things.
Of course, you know, cooking and sex and everything else, that's secondary. I can cook, I can clean, I can
Mhm.
sew, I can do the ironing.
Absolutely. Hold a
Yeah.
good conversation. Now
That's
that's a
very
different
nice to
story.
know, Dave.
All right, thanks, Susan. Just don't send me your pile of washing.
Hey, boo. Heather's got the best personality. Her sense of humor,
I hate her.
one of
Heather
a
always
kind.
has a beautiful sense of humor. Trust me.
She's one of a kind.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, the thing is, Susan, if I don't cook, who's going to feed me? So, yeah, of course I cook.
That's it. I mean, yeah, you know how to cook and all that. You know, I can cook
Oh,
as well.
cool.
You know that.
And my speciality is an Irish beef stew.
And I'm absolutely Irish, so I can cook that no problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just comes with the territory with me. Actually, a lot of Irish dishes. So
Oh, yeah.
I can cook, and you can ask Susan. I can bake while holding a conversation.
oh yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Perfect.
Ice cream cones for everybody, Queen OG, in the middle of winter. Oh, guys, you're so sweet. Honest to God. Ah, that sucks, y'all. Heather.
When you least expect it, Heather just comes in with a bang.
That's it. I mean, yeah. So, Lonely 15, if you're listening, don't come near my channel because I tell you, I'm not going to give you too much in bracelets. You asked me for one, I promise you two.
No, it's never too cold for ice cream. You're right, Hakuna Matata.
Oh, I love ice cream.
In the winter, what you do in the UK is you yank up the heating and then you see you're sweating so much, you say, I want an ice cream.
No, you get an ice cream and then you put a nice big warm blanket around you and you eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But Dave is living in a high rise and it's a beautiful scenery over there in London itself, you know.
Yeah, you get a better view in the daytime, Susan.
So yeah, what time is it now? Let me think.
It's,
By you or by me?
well, Eastern time, you're at 11:41.
11:41. Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to drive down. I want to go down and get more cigarettes. But it's like,
Hope it comes with a lighter.
I do have a lighter. I do have a lighter.
It
But
works.
I do have a lighter. I did run out of cigarettes. I probably should have bought more. But
That's a big problem.
that's something. I do like to have my cigarette.
I don't know. I was too busy driving to get here home and to get on
Yeah.
the live that I didn't even stop for cigarettes.
Just here a couple of minutes ago. I'm catching up. Are you already later? Ice cream and cones at home is the best. Yeah, they are. Especially when you're
Yes,
watching
ma'am.
Netflix or something. Yeah, definitely Queen OG, 100%.
All
I
Do you
mean,
know
right,
what I like? Do you know what I like, Susan? I like getting a big tall glass, filling it with cream soda, and then a scoop of vanilla ice cream on
Oh.
top.
That is the best.
That's really nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to do that as a child.
Mm,
Huh?
I could go for that right now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down to the shop in a bit. I mean, it's about a mile and a half, but I'm pretty sure my scooter will make it down there because I've my scooter's mine is like a mine is proper a big massive thing.
We got electric scooter.
Oh yeah, I have a twin battery massive scooter. It's like a car,
All right.
but I hate passing there's a priest area down there, and it's in a dark spot, and I'm like, it's just that part creeps me out. But other than that, I'm good. 24 hours down. I'm thinking, is it worth going there when it's only 5 in the morning? But then
Well,
I don't have no cigarettes now, and it's gonna bug me, right?
yeah, if you've got no cigarettes and you need one,
And
go and get some.
I probably end up smoking one or two, and then bloody going to bed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But because the mind knows that your cigarettes are here, it's not gonna bother you.
Mm,
And I'm glad
Mhm.
that Dave smokes because I do
yeah,
like my cigarettes.
me too.
Yeah. So I think we had a pretty good live tonight. I gotta delete the other one because we got shut down. I was trying to show you some good stuff, but until MZ got on her way, she was stuck in traffic. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in.
Thought you were going later, and it's 10 minutes after I left North Jersey, you went left. And it takes
Right.
me 2.5 hours to 3 hours to
Well,
get home.
and I was like, I stayed off the internet
Uh-huh.
for hours, and hold on, I'm so happy, honey. You okay, sweet pea, talking to someone else. Yeah, MZ, I was waiting for hours and UK hours. It was like,
You told me we're going to go to sleep.
no, that's the thing. I'm not going to sleep because Dave tried ringing me today, and I was asleep. So when I woke up, I seen his missed calls and his message. So I rang him, and what was he doing? He was sleeping. And now I'm wide awake. I'm pure fresh, ready to go down to a mile and a half hour bloody the damn shop. But I go down. No problem. I'll make sure I have my fabric on my neck because I won't be to get in the front door. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, yeah, everything's cool.
Does
I'll
Dave have a
probably have one
platform?
or two cigarettes and then I'll probably end up going to bed.
Does Dave
Sorry,
have a platform?
Good night, honey. Good night, sweetheart.
sorry, what's that, MZ?
Good night, September. Do you have a platform?
I have a channel, but I have no content on it, so it's pretty pointless people subscribing, but they have.
Okay.
Yeah, we did get people to subscribe the other night, to be fair. But he doesn't have any content. It's like the channel we're doing right now. There's no content on it. So what we're
Uh-huh.
doing is just building up the numbers, and me and MC will be doing that one.
I can
So
go live.
well, we can go live as well on the second channel. We've enough to even do that right now.
Yeah, but we
Mm.
still have other stuff to do first.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love all my American friends. They stay awake all night long through the British time. And MZ, no matter if you're having a hard time, she will answer you straight away, no matter what time, UK time. She's on there, she is.
I
Mm.
try. I try.
Well, what I was thinking of doing was
Miss
I
you,
was actually gonna.
This is the funniest one. Sorry for that, Dave. I'm just
No, go on.
referring to Precious Chaos. She said I've missed you all. Yeah, Precious, we missed you too, honey. Where the hell have you been hibernating?
Yeah, where have you been? You've been hiding.
We call it hibernation in Ireland,
Mm-hmm.
but she's back.
I saw
Come
her
on.
the other day on one of the platforms for a few minutes, and that was it. She disappeared.
Oh, she's back now.
Hmm.
I know she has that bong around her somewhere. Because, of course, in Canada, they're allowed to do that. It's illegal to do so. And Precious does like her smoke, you know.
Puff, puff, pass.
If you go far back in my channels, Precious was on live with me and she was on my
Mhm.
channel. And she zoned out, I think, after a bit, and she forgot that she was even on panel. And Rocco was taking the piss out of her big time. It was so funny. It was so funny. It really was. She says, "In my life, am I in?" I said, "Yeah." So yeah, Rocco copped onto it, and I was watching Rocco's message. I said, "Oh shit." So yeah, we love Precious Chaos. We love her.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've got an idea what I want to do for my channel. So I'm just toying with that idea now on whether I should go ahead and do it.
Very good.
So, going to invest in a metal detector.
Ah, that could be fun.
Yeah, go
Hi,
out
Rob.
with a metal detector.
I'm sorry, I've got to bring that one up. She's on the
Bye,
bong.
Rocco.
She's bonging. Sorry. Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. So I was thinking of applying to the authority that controls the Thames, so that on low tide you can go and go on
You
the
know,
shoreline.
I've seen that. I've watched some documentaries on that, Dave. Actually,
Yeah, they're called muglarks.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, so when the tide's out, they go down to the shoreline and they just do metal detecting, and they've come up with all sorts. I mean, what inspired me was I've sort of seen a few stories online in the news about going to fields and stuff where these people are finding like hoards of gold coins and ancient coins and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I mean, knowing my luck, I'll probably go and find a grenade.
Hope
And
not.
yeah, God.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Hmm.
Oh,
How
it's so
about we
funny.
call it a night?
Yeah, we're going to say good night to everybody. And you know what? I'm going to leave you with my going out intro. And of course, the person who's playing the mouth organ is my dad. So,
Okay. Mhm.
family's family at the end of the day. And I'm 6 appointments.
Well,
Uh,
nice to meet you, MZ, and thanks for having us on, Susan. Thanks everyone in chat.
you're very
God bless
Same
you.
welcome.
here, Dave.
We're going
Thank
to
you.
go out with the Irish intro. Good night. God bless and take
I
care,
love the
everybody.
Irish intro
Everybody,
tonight. God bless.
stay safe.